Hi, hi, hi. All right, I ain't gonna lie. I'm digging this track. Oh, yeah. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the show. How you doing? Good evening, Wristbreaker. Wilson, Dastros, Engineer. What's going on? Well, the music is really loud, isn't it? I'm going to turn it down a little bit. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. It's a sick track, though. I'm digging it. Not enough time. Good evening, everybody. What's going on, Quake? How you doing over there on YouTube? I'm not late. Am I late? I thought we usually start at... Do I start at 8 or do I normally start at 9? I don't remember. It's been a minute since we did a Tuesday night stream. It's been a minute. Yeah, you know what this song is perfect for? Hyping up Alliance tournaments. I think we do have a start time. Hold on, let me look at my Twitch channel. All right, we got to do a pre-roll. You got 30 seconds, and then I got to do a pre-roll. 30 seconds to get subs to the channel. If you do not have a sub, ask in the chat. Somebody may be kind enough to give you one. And we're going to pre-roll in 15 seconds. Boom, 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 All right, here we go. We got to hit the pre-roll button. We'll be back. A pre-roll is advertisements. Yeah, they're ads. If we do 3 minutes of ads at the very beginning of the stream, then they give us 1 hour commercial free, uninterrupted. So that's what I like to do. Just knock it out at the very beginning. Hey, what's going on, Justin? How you doing, man? What up? What up? What up? What up? Dude, I'm digging this track tonight too. Woo, woo. Kill the Deal says stream keeps stuttering. Trying to do a refresh. I've got 0 drop frames on my side, so I think I'm all right on my side. I'm okay over here. Yeah, it feels good. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the show. We got about a minute and a half left in our advertisements up front, and then we'll get into the show. Hey, real quick, just as a quick reminder, where was it? What tab was it in where I had all my event store loot that I didn't spend? You remember, Karkin? I don't remember where it was. I think.
I know it was 420,000.
It was 420,000. I think Scopely did me a solid today. I'm not entirely sure though.
This is taking.
I think they helped me today. I've got to find. I'm looking for it though. It's in the other tab. All right, I'm looking. Papa Smurf says, I wonder if I could get my second 50 stream streak before DJ ships my shirt for the first one. Am I that far behind? I am pretty far behind, aren't I? Hey, guys, we've only got 30 seconds left on a hype train. You guys should, you know what? We either need to let this one die, and then we'll come back to it in an hour, or we need to extend this one. John Roll, do I owe you two? Oh, boy. Yikes. Hold on. I'm looking at the prize list right now. I'm going to look at the prize list. Stand by. Uno momento, por favor. Because I thought I was caught up, but I might not be. I might not be. I thought I got caught up on everything before the cruise. But you know what? I might not have shipped stuff before the cruise. Like, I think I got all the electronic prizes out. But I think I might not have done the shipping stuff. Let's take a look. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the show. How are you? Welcome in. Appreciate you guys all being here. What's going on? Hello. Hi, everybody. Martok, thank you for the 11 months. Appreciate that. Guys, tonight is just a chill. Tonight is a chill Twitch stream. We're going to do stuff. Oh, Wilson.
I hate your face. Thank you, Ice Wolf. Thank you for the hydrate. I'll do that now. That's all right, Wilson. Go ahead and knock out that voice changer. That way we can't use it later. Hey, what's going on, Kill the Deal? Thank you. Ooh, what? That is pretty. What did you do to make it all blocky and purple like that? How did you do that? Oh, no. You want a possum joke? I'm going to have to refund that one, Bender. My possum jokes are still in the suitcase that I haven't unpacked yet. Kill to Deal says, you paid bits to make it big and bright purple like that? Well, that is beautiful. Thank you. I like it. Yes, Savage Darkness. Voice changer already. All right, Bender, I'm refunding your mice. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to turn that one off for tonight. Because I haven't unpacked. Wait, what do you mean not unpacked? What a noob. No, I haven't unpacked yet. I did enough to build the studio and get my clothes washed. And that was about it. Viewer rewards. All right, so yeah, my possum jokes are still in the suitcase. Let me turn that off. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. All right, I turned that one off. Okay. Ooh, we could do VIP. I've had a week and a half. Yeah, well, I've been busy. I flew home. Daystress, you know what happened? I flew home on a Sunday. My flights got delayed. I remember, didn't I tell you this? This is why, oh God, maybe I didn't tell you guys this. I might not have. So my flights got delayed on the way home again. See, what happened was... Yes, Daystros. My flights... Listen, I fly American. All right? Because good old US of A. I don't think that actually matters. It's just in the name, and it makes me feel patriotic.
America.
Yeah, America. So I fly American. I have never had problem with American. But my last 3 or 4 flights have kind of been a nightmare, American. I'm just throwing it out there. Listen, like I'm a full supporter. I'm an American Airlines club member. I've got status. Okay, all the things. But let me tell you something. My flights get delayed over and over and over again, and I don't understand. It's been 2 minutes.
You didn't buy the premium no delay lag?
I didn't buy the Prime, apparently. All right. Mimi says 3 to 4 nightmare flights sounds like a problem to me. Here's the thing. It's all been the most recent ones. I've been flying American for 3 years. Maybe 3.5 years. Whenever I started flying a lot and like going to Los Angeles and things like that. And I've had great flights. But literally the last 12 months, American has let me down. They have, my flights keep getting delayed or they'll reroute me. So when I think, did I not tell you guys about the flight getting to Miami. I did tell you guys about that, right? I mean, maybe I didn't. I don't know.
I recall something about that. I think so.
I thought that I told you guys about this stuff. Hey, does anybody remember how to do the VIP command? Let's see. How do I grant VIP?
Sure, there's a joke there.
Roll. No. VIP. Oh, here we go. Grant VIP to Aganor 16. Let's see if it worked. Hey, Aganor, congratulations. Aganor, congratulations. You are officially an UltimatDJz Plays VIP. Congratulations. So, thank you, Aganor. Appreciate that. No, you get a pretty little heart. Kiltadil says, am I a VIP? Are you a VIP? I don't know. Did you, have you spent 50,000 toy mice? It's a toy mice redeem, I think is what it is. Anyway, I got double delayed going to Miami. That's right, Dastros. You were supposed to pick me up from the airport, and I was delayed like 4 hours. So I ended up calling an Uber for that one. But yo. I feel like I'm a little overmod. Does it sound like I'm a little overmod? A little splatty? No. Hey, Zoidberg. Thanks for the.
I sound like crap. So
thanks for the tomato, Zoidberg. So hi, Kevin. What's going on over in YouTube land? How are you? So anyway, leaving Miami. Now, listen. Part of this might be my fault. All right, I'm going to be completely straight up. Do you guys remember me saying while I was on the ship that I had a flight at 9:50 Sunday morning? The morning that we got back from the cruise, I booked a flight at 9:55. All right, now everybody told me that was insane. They said I was going to miss my flight. All right? Wood Cannon says that's early. I felt like I could have made it. All right? But everyone was like, dude, you're going to miss your flight. You're going to miss your flight. You're going to miss your flight. So I called American, and I changed my flight. And that was not as good of a flight. It was much later in the afternoon. My flight then would have taken off at 2:30 or something, but I wouldn't have gotten home until like 1 o'clock in the morning because that flight was going to route me to Detroit, then down to Charlotte, and then back home. Okay? Now, Cobra, I'm going to give you VIP. Thank you for spending your toy mice. Yeah. What's up, man? There you are. Now you get a cool little heart.
Canadian. They fly straight to your destination, but sometimes it might be upside down.
Yeah. So don't ever go through Charlotte. Here's the problem, Crayon. Charlotte is my hub. I have to go through Charlotte. And if I fly anywhere, I'm flying to Charlotte because I'm riding a puddle jumper from my local airport. To me, the closest big airport is Charlotte, but it's almost 3.5 hours. All right, so I don't mind driving there. Honestly, I don't mind driving there to fly out, but when I'm traveling home, the last thing I want to do is land in Charlotte and then drive 3.5 more hours. So I pay a little bit more to fly out of a smaller regional airport. American and Delta both fly out of there, but they're just puddle jumpers to Charlotte. And then from Charlotte, I can catch whatever anywhere. So my original flight from Miami was Miami to Charlotte and then Charlotte home. I was going to be home by like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's going to be great. And Deathblade, thank you for the hydrate. I'll do that. So then everybody told me I was going to miss my flight, so I rerouted. I rescheduled my flight. The only available flight then at that point was to go up to Charlotte, then go up to Detroit, then down to Charlotte, and then back home. So 2 layovers, which was already going to make for a terrible day. Well, I just want it to be known that I got to the airport at about 9 a.m. Okay? Got to the airport at 9 a.m. I could have made my original flight. So I went to the American customer service line.
Convinced Copley to not give us time for our tournaments is because you're mad at everyone?
Yes, obviously nobody
you.
deserves time to plan if I don't have time to plan. All right, so so I went to the American Airlines customer service desk and I was like, hey, listen, I just got rid of this flight yesterday. Do you think that I could maybe possibly get it back? Wilson, I know. I told everyone that I was going to make it. I said to everybody that I was going to make it. Nobody believed me. So here I am at the airport at like 9 o'clock in the morning. And I make a terrible mistake. I check my bags. I checked my bags before going to the customer service counter, to which they said, oh, absolutely, we can put you back on your original flight. I'm jumping for joy. I'm jumping for joy. I can get back on my original flight. And then when they go through, and I know, when I go through and they're canceling my flight, they were like, sir, there's already bags here. And I'm like, oh, yeah, just dropped them off like 5 minutes ago. They were like, oh, yeah, we got a problem. So they were unable to pull my bags back out. And because I had already checked them, I had to stick with my flight. They wouldn't let me. I even told them, I was like, listen, like, go ahead and let the bags take the original course, and I'll pick them up at Tri-Cities tomorrow. I just wanted to get home. They're like, yeah, we can't do that. So your
bags have to go with you just in case it's a bomb and it's going to blow up the plane. You got to die with it.
Oh, my God. I'm pretty sure you can't say things like that on the internet or public with voice.
Well, there's security for that. That's why they didn't let you do it. It's because the airports are very secure and they don't let crap like that happen.
Oh, seriously? That's actually why? That's 100% why? They wouldn't let me just ship bag. Well, they wouldn't let me. So because I had already checked my bag, they wouldn't let me change my flight. So now I'm at the airport at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I don't get to go to my flight until 2:30 in the afternoon. Now, fortunately, I mean, I'm still waiting, right? But fortunately, while I was waiting to go through security after I had already checked my bags and was trying to change my flight, and then, so now it's probably 9:45, 10 o'clock before I can actually get through security. And I run into Slipwood, which was a very fortunate circumstance. I run into Slipwood. I'm telling him about the story. He tells me, what's going on. He was like, well, hey, we've got a guest pass to the lounge at Turkish Airlines. And I'm like, oh, okay. I've never been in like one of those cool lounges. So they brought me into the Turkish Airlines lounge where I stayed for 5 hours. I was there for like 4.5, 5 hours. I'm pretty sure people were like, why is this dude? Like, I was definitely, like, when I went in, the room was full of like 20, 25, 30 people. And there was a complete turnover at least 3 times before I finally got to leave. I know people were looking at me like, is this dude just going to hang out all day? He's just going to hang out all day. But I was in there. I was in there for 5 hours. And so then the story gets better. Then I thought, yeah, Hercules, like 5 hours, just enough time to claim all your daily claims. You know what? I was totally going to do that, Hercules. As a matter of fact, I had called Griffin and I said, well, I'm stuck here for a little while. So he was like, well, hey, great. Let's use our time wisely. He was like, you've got all the footage from these last couple of shows that we want to put up. Beck's panel and Deep Space Nine panel and the Kate Mulgrew panel and all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea. I'll work on that. And I turn on my laptop. Wood Cannon says you could have streamed live. Yeah, sure. Could have done that. I get out my laptop and it won't boot up. Like, it was just completely dead. Completely tuckered. It wouldn't turn on. The battery light was giving me like a red, flashy, blinky light. I knew the battery wasn't dead. Did I drop it in the pool? No idea. No idea. Laptop wouldn't turn on. I messed with it for probably 30 minutes. All right? And I couldn't get it to turn on. Fireball says the power cord was checked, right? No, I did actually have the power cord with me. I had it plugged into the wall, and I couldn't. Crazy says, aren't you an IT guy? Yeah, dude, it wouldn't turn on. I couldn't turn it off because I couldn't turn it on double sharp. So I'm starting to panic a little bit. I can't get the laptop to turn on. Finally, after about an hour, I just gave up on that. And I'm sitting in the lounge. I probably ate a dozen hard-boiled eggs, half a bottle of champagne, and I hung out in Turkish Airlines lobby for 5 hours. Finally, I get on the plane. I get home, all right, at 1 o'clock in the morning. And first thing I do, because I'm panicking, first thing I do is I get the laptop out and I try to turn it on, but it's still not turning on. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong. I thought for sure that I had fried it. I thought for sure that I worked the crap out of it while we were on the cruise, and it's toast. I'm going to have to pull the hard drive out to try to recover all my content because everything was on an internal drive. I didn't back it up because we were on the ship. I thought I lost everything. I get sad and mad, and I just go to bed. I had left it plugged up at my desk. The next morning, I wake up and I come out and it's on. It's on the boot up screen. So let me ask this question. I think my battery got shorted out while it was in my suitcase. Like, I'd done some reading on this. Yeah, I think the battery was super, super dead. Like super, super dead. Like dead. And I mean, but I had it plugged up for like 30, 40 minutes. Yeah, that's it. Grouchy Outlaw. Sometimes the battery's just so dead it takes a while to recharge. Well, here's the thing. When I had used it the time prior to it, it was plugged up and had a full charge. I did a little bit of reading. I believe throw that laptop away have been compromised. No, the laptop's a great laptop. Yes, Cruzito, there you go. I did some reading. It didn't go into sleep mode, and it died in the case, but also overheated while it was in the case, and the battery was like in like self-preservation mode. It got turned on in my bag. I know that had to have happened because when I took it out of the bag was warm. Yeah, so I probably almost nuked it. Sleep mode apparently did not work. And apparently that's an issue on my laptop. I've got the Zephyrus 402. Apparently that's an issue when using external screens. Yeah. So I have, because, you know, on my laptop I've got the extra screens. And apparently it doesn't go to sleep when you have extra screens hooked up to it. So, yeah, a lot going on there, Wood Cannon. Yeah, that was my trip back. Anyway, suffice to say, it really wasn't American's fault that my travel home was so bad because I made mistakes. But even the 2 flights before that, like, my flights have been delayed and it's been frustrating. So, yeah, anyway, I'm back home. And now we're just chilling. Now we're chilling. Cobra Guys, thank you. You are now a VIP. Appreciate that. Congratulations on Deathblade. Did I do a hydrate? I don't remember. Yeah, so then I finally got on a plane. I went to Romulus. That was cool. I did not know that the Detroit airport was in a town called Romulus because when I landed, Karkin, my weather updated for Romulus. And I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, what the crap? I thought I missed the cruise.
Yeah, I thought that was very, very cool. Let me say a couple of thank yous real quick. Kill to Deal, thank you for your Tier 2 resub. Rajal Gould, 34 months. Kirox, 17 months. Thank you. Contradiction, good evening, Feline09. Appreciate that. 33 months on the resub. Martok, 11 months on the resub. Papa Smurf, Mecrack, and Andalisha each throwing down some kitty bitties. Herps with the 4-month Tier 3 resub. Thank you for the Tier 3. That's awesome.
Did you get some Romulan air when you were there?
Do I now? Not my birthday. Thank you. What was that, Carca?
Romulan ale. Did you grab some?
No. I had a very quick layover. But now
Best Romulan ale is straight from Romulus.
Here's the next thing. So I went to Romulus, and even then, my flight was delayed. Not long. It was like 20 minutes. But then I didn't have time to hang out in Romulus. I pretty much landed. I didn't have to run, but I only ended up having like 35, 40 minutes. So I casually walked to my next gate, and, you know, I was fine. But, yeah. Matt Hatter says I would have taken a screenshot. Oh, but I did. I did take a screenshot. I just don't remember exactly where I posted it. Didn't I post it in the Did I post it in the chat?
It's somewhere. I do recall it somewhere.
Yeah, I did post it. I just don't know where. I'm looking in my photos, but I don't think I see it here. Oh, yeah, here it is. Here it is. Found it. All right, so let me send this over to my Discord real quick. Yeah, if you were expecting something structured tonight, it's not really going to be. We're just going to chat and have some fun. I'm going to do some solo waves here in a little bit. I want to do some solo waves, and then we're just going to play the game a little bit, kind of hang out. Yo, Lost In, thank you. Dropping 5 gifted. Yo, what's up, bro?
Did you do the update that fixed the issue of the season pass?
Yes. Holy cow, there's activity going on here. Hold on.
That fixed the update from the update?
Yes, I did the update that fixed the update. Thank you. Lost In dropped 5 right after Andalisha dropped 10. What? Thank you.
Oh, way to one up.
That's awesome. Thank you so very much. And Hani, 35 months on the resub. Glad to see you're feeling better after the cruise. Listen, I didn't get sick. Fortunately. I was not sick.
He was the Typhoid Mary.
Apparently, everybody got sick from me. I did not get sick on the cruise, but I was just worn down. Like, I was tired. It was really my big thing. So, yeah, thank you. So here's the screenshot. I did get a screenshot. This is where I was in Romulus. That was my location in Romulus. This was at the Detroit airport, and it was quite cold. It was quite chilly. Now, also funny story. All right. Also funny story. I've done this every single time. When I came back from the cruise with my boys, when I came back with the cruise from last year's Star Trek cruise, we come back into Florida, guys. It's warm. I don't think about it. And then I get on my flight. So, I am wearing a t-shirt, shorts, and sandals when I land in Romulus. And I don't know why I didn't think about anything. So I am sitting in the Detroit airport dressed for Miami weather. How did I not freeze to death? Ice Wolf, I was freezing. I was so cold. Hey, Beck. What's going on, Beck? Beck is hanging out in the chat saying you didn't get sick either. That's great. I didn't get sick either. So, yeah, no, that was great. But, so I landed in Detroit, Michigan, 30-degree weather, and it was quite chilly. So that was also a fun thing. Let's see. Hero, thank you for the 26-month resub. Captain Q, 27 months. Benny Hill for dropping a few kitty bitties there. Thank you. Lost In also dropping a Tier 1 gifted sub to Deathblade. Thank you. And Beck Likes Plants with the 33-month resub. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I have another little funny little story. A Scopely staffer sends me a message today. And said, "Is there a typo in your last show title?" Beck, I don't even think I've told you this story. They said, is there a typo in your last show title? And I'm like, oh, God, is there? Let me go check. So I look at the show title, and I'm trying to pull up, what it says, and it's this one right here. Scopely wins big with public squads. And I said, I don't see a typo there. And the staffer sends me back a message. It was like, oh, okay, just making sure because you're never happy with anything we do. Do I have that reputation?
That's not true.
That's not true. That's what I said. That's not true. I said, wait a second. I give
On
credit.
many occasion, you give them their kudos.
I give credit where credit is due. I didn't think I did, Beck. Beck says you did not tell me that, but that's hilarious. Yeah, a staffer sends me a message like, I think there's a typo in your last show title. I'm looking at it. I'm like, no. They're like, oh, okay, so you were actually happy. I'm like, wait, what? They were like, you're never happy. I know, Burton. I get called a shill all the time. See, tell me they don't actually listen to the show without telling me they don't listen to the show. I know, Jules. It was funny. Yeah. I by the way, I know this staffer. He was absolutely throwing shade. I know this staffer. He gives me a hard time. It was completely fine. It was a joke, but he had me going for a second. I thought it was a title. Beck says, y'all, he is nicer to you guys than us. Y'all should know. Beck, so cute that you say that. And you even spell it out. Did you read the YouTube comments on your panel? By the way, guys, Beck's panel is now on our YouTube channel. And as of right now, Beck has more views than any of the other panels we've posted from the cruise. You're already over 1,000 views on your panel with Tim Russ and Garrett Wong, which was a phenomenal panel. All right. But it's the most watched panel so far from the cruise. Now, I don't know if you read the comments in there. There was some really, really good comments. And one of them was, yes, I don't think I can comment on it. You may share it. Okay, well, somebody commented about the number of times. They wanted to turn it into a drinking game about how many times you said y'all. And I was watching it back. I didn't really think about it. I didn't notice it because I talk like that too. And then I was thinking, okay, I wonder what Garrett and Tim, like what their mindset was when you said y'all. Because, by the way, there was like 11 of them. It's like, so y'all. And a couple of members of the community had jumped on that in the comments. It was full of love. It was cute. But, yeah, I didn't notice it either until somebody pointed it out. And I was like, oh, yeah. She says y'all a few times. Cruzito says, we like Beck. She was the top STFC content creator, but retired, and then I moved up to number 2. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's hilarious. I know. She says, oh, my Lanta, I'm embarrassed. I never noticed. I didn't notice it either. But, yeah, it's in there a couple of times. It's in there a few times. But it is there. It's on the YouTube channel, and you guys can go check that out. That is our very own Beck Likes Plants sitting with Tuvok and Ensign Harry Kim. And it was a phenomenal interview. For those of you who haven't seen it, if you have seen it, tell me a little bit in chat about what it was that you really liked about it. I'll tell you what I liked about it. First of all, it was more intimate. This particular panel, I'm going to sound stupid for a second, but this is what I loved about this panel. This panel was with friends, okay? This panel, like all of the STFC players on the ship were at this panel, all right? So first of all, Beck had an audience of over 100 people just from the game. All right. But then, of course, there were people there to see not only a little bit of Star Trek Fleet Command, but there were also people there to just see Garrett and Tim as well. And so the room was packed. Beck, if you had to guess, How many people do you think were in that panel? Or Seth, if you're in here, or Thumbelina, or Bear. I mean, the room was packed. I would say what's the capacity of Studio B? What's the capacity of Studio B? Does anybody know? I feel like we should Google that. Here, let's just Google that. We were on what? Explorer of the Seas, capacity, Studio B. Beck, the capacity of Studio B is 900 seats. Now, I don't think it was completely full, but I bet you had 500 to 600 people in there. Don't you think? I mean, the room was definitely fuller than it was emptier. The capacity, Thumbelina, says 900 seats. Now, do you think that is when it is not an ice rink? Well, no, it wasn't an ice rink. We had seats on the floor too, right? Yeah, so it says that the capacity is 900 seats, and it was over halfway full. I'm telling you, I bet she had 500 to 600 people in there. I bet you there was 500 to 600 people in there. There is Seth. He says, Garrett and I had several moments during Beck's panel, and that's what I'm saying. It was so intimate. Seth, I'm glad you popped in at this moment because I was telling the story about Beck's panel with Tim and Garrett, and it was not a panel as much as it was friends hanging out, having a conversation. Because just as much as Tim and Garrett and Beck were talking on stage, like, there was a little bit of audience interaction there. You heard Seth's voice in there 2 or 3 times. And by the way, it wasn't raucous or heckling or interrupting because both Garrett and Tim recognized Seth and played on the comments that came out of the chat. It was a ridiculously good panel, and that's what I'm seeing here. Beck, Seth says Beck was the best panel lead of the entire cruise. I have to agree with that. I have to agree with that because she let them cook. She guided them a little bit, but they told these stories. That story about the Kate Mulgrew pranks with Tim Russ, I did a little bit of deep research on that, Beck. That story has only, at least according to public record, that story's ever been told 2 times. Twice. All right, that I could ever find any record of. And it just said pranks by Kate Mulgrew. And so I don't even know if it was the same story, but even Tim said, I never tell that story. And Garrett was like, you remember that story you told years and years ago? It was a very special story. That panel was so intimate and familiar and fun. Seth, I think I agree. I think it was the best panel of the entire ship. You know, and maybe it was just because we were celebrating it together. Maybe it was because it was a conversation among friends. And I genuinely mean that because Seth got to actually hang out with Garrett on the ship. Beck and I got to actually hang out with Tim Russ on the ship. Have you guys seen the video of Tim Russ playing trivia with us one evening? He came down while we were broadcasting and played trivia with us. Like, we made friends. And so the culmination of this panel, which was on day 7, was just like Garrett had been hanging out with Seth and Tim had been hanging out with us. I mean, seriously, and Beck will tell you, we hung out with Tim Russ 3 nights. Day 1, we were there and had a meal together. Day 2 or day 3, I think not day 2, day 3, he asked us to come and shoot a promotional video from his rock concert. So day 3, Griffin
The Rat
and
Pack?
No, the Tim Russ band, by the way.
I know, because you called him the Rat Pack.
No, his keyboardist. No, he wasn't in the Rat Pack. Oh, maybe I did. I think I do remember that. Yeah.
You
Anyway,
did. There was a video of it.
Tabby Moses says, I've watched everything you've posted. Have I posted that video yet? I may not have. I don't know. I think I did because it was in a live stream. But Tim Russ played trivia with us, which was incredibly fun. He's so brilliant. And so we hung out with him on night 3. Then on like day 4, We hung out with them. Was that karaoke, Beck? Was that karaoke on day 4 that he came and he hung out with us at karaoke? That was day 4. Then day 5, he came down and played trivia. And then on day 7, he did your panel, and then we went back to his rock show that night. I mean, I made friends with Tim Russ. So much so, we were talking about this the other day, Beck. I guess it was last night on the podcast, that Tim Russ has invited Griffin and myself to his home to have dinner in Los Angeles. I mean, he is so phenomenal. So phenomenal. So it was a lot of fun. How did we get on this topic? I don't remember. I don't mean to continually talk about the cruise. It was just really good. I think it was because Beck came in. Beck, suffice to say, you did an absolutely amazing job. That panel was the highlight. It was a highlight for a lot of people. Thank you, Zoidberg. Thank you, Zoidberg. Appreciate that. Yeah, it was very cool. Rushes, do you have his number? I do not. I'm pretty sure Griffin has it. I did not write it down. I did get his email because we were exchanging audio files from his band, but I'm pretty sure Griffin got the phone number. So, yeah, and it was a great time. Guys, if you haven't booked, I'll wrap up the cruise talk with this. If you have not booked for next year, right now is the exact perfect time to do it because you get the longest amount of time to pay for it. The payments are 0%, and I'm pretty sure, Beck, aren't they still 11 months right now? Or it might be 10 months now because we just crossed into March. No, I think it's still 11 months. You can do 11 months, 0%, and it might be 10 months. Either way, whatever, okay? It's 0%, and you can do monthly payments spread out over the entire year. I mean, it makes it very, very affordable to go. All right? Visit StarTrekTheCruise.com to book for the 60th anniversary of Star Trek, the original series, captained by none other than William Shatner is going to be there. All right? And it's going to be great. When was the last time Marina Sirtis was on the Star Trek cruise? Marina Sirtis is going to be there as well. All right, and she doesn't show up to these very often, so that's very cool. Noelle, I can't remember her last name. The voice of Tendi from Lower Decks, she's going to be there. I don't think she's ever been on a Star Trek cruise, so very, very, very cool. All right, and if you guys haven't booked that, make sure and go do it. I am being told that there are balcony cabins left. Is that it? Everything else is sold? No way. Really? Let's take a look. Let's just go 2 guests. I don't want to sign into an account. Can I not just see what's available right now? I don't want to actually book. Here, let's see. Maybe it's here. Okay. Oh, gosh. Holy smokes. Yeah, they're booked up. So you've got 2D, 5D balconies. Guys, let me just tell you, that price tag, so $4,650 as a new guest. A previous guest would get a $310 discount, so $4,340. You know, that is a little bit more expensive, and I get it would be tough to justify a balcony because you won't spend any time in your room. But honestly, for the amount of entertainment that you get and the amount of ridiculousness that you're going to get into, the amount of swag you're going to be able to bring home, I still feel like it's a great value. If you are not booked, I mean, I know that that's a little bit more expensive than some of these others, but I would snatch a room. I would, because you got to think you've got months to pay for this. So, you know, $400 or $500 a month, which I know is a lot of money, but I mean, you could pull this off. Yes, Risk Breaker, it's per person. That's based on double occupancy. All right. Ben basically calls it $10,000 with fees. Yeah, for the entire room. That's true. Okay. Tabby Moza also points out that the community is already trying to plan a DC meetup in 2026. We have a year to make it happen. We can absolutely do that. And I'll tell you right here, Tarpy is already working on. Let me just read you something. Is anybody surprised that Tarpy is organizing things already? Anybody surprised by this? Tarpy is already booking blocks of rooms for next year so that we can all stay at the same place. We can do so get this, Beck, while you're here. All right, Tarpy is already on top of all this stuff. She has already gotten with one hotel. Here are the amenities that she's got already arranged with this property. A range of rooms. They're going to allow us to put a block in of 30, not 10, which is apparently a common limitation. They're going to let us do a block of 30, and if we fill that 30, then they'll give us more in increments of 10 to 15 rooms until we fill it, you know, for a period of time. And they're giving us the block before and after the cruise, because next year's cruise is Friday to Friday. So, is it Friday to Friday or Thursday? It's Friday to Friday next year. So they're already doing before and after the cruise room blocks. They are giving us complimentary storage to ship to the hotel any luggage, local deliveries, and technology shipments to the hotel, and they'll store them for us for free. They have already agreed to provide shuttle service to the cruise port for us. They have already agreed to provide dedicated, secure parking for people who want to leave their vehicle there during the cruise week. For the day of the community get-together, she is already contemplating a rooftop bar or a conference room that can accommodate up to 150 people for 8 hours, depending on weather, for the day of the meetup. She also is currently negotiating catering available to the property with the room above, the rooftop property, and has already apparently been working on the liquor license waiver thing, apparently, because that's weird in Florida. So, yeah, she's already got all that stuff worked out. Let's see. Yeah, she's already worked all that stuff. And by the way, I know, isn't that crazy? And by the way, she is the person that she reached out to at this particular hotel is also a Star Trek cosplayer. The lady I talked to actually cosplays as a Borg at local cons. She was amazing and made it clear that for a Star Trek group, she would roll out the red carpet. We're already Facebook friends. We're already Facebook friends. So there you go. So yeah. First Squad says, I worked in catering in a previous life. What she's doing usually costs thousands. Oh, listen, I'm not sure. I'm sure we're going to end up paying for it. Okay. I'm sure we're going to end up paying for it. But, I mean, the fact that it's all already going to be worked out ahead of time is going to be really, really nice. So that's what Tarpy is working on now. Isn't that nuts? So, listen, guys. Go check it out. StarTrekTheCruise.com and book your room. And even if not, we will be doing another Talking Trek Community Meetup version 2, or maybe even version 3 by then, because some people are wanting us to get to Charlotte. So we'll see. But there will be that next year in Cape Canaveral, Florida. All right. Oh, Squad says I meant her work, the leg work. Oh yeah, the organization. Absolutely. I mean, she's basically a party planner and like a special events coordinator. And yeah, that profession is very expensive. Yeah, pal. Star Trek community being treated like A-listers. Well, that's because you guys showed up. Beck, are you still in the audience? Are you still in the audience? The fact that we had such a strong presence on the ship was also very noticed by ECP. Like, that was extremely noticed. How many of our community and how present and how visible we were on the ship. It was very, very cool. Like, we'd even talked about this, Griffin and I, the second or third day. Like, the year before, we ran into maybe a dozen people. This year, it was 100 plus. All right, even people who were not there from us. We met players of the game who were not plugged into social media at all. Not on Discords, don't watch YouTube, don't follow creators, just randomly play the game. We ran into over 100, probably 130 some players. It was insane. Beck says we were able to do the extra programming because of our players. That's absolutely true. This is absolutely true because of everything that came together with the community meetup and the rooms that we booked. I mean, you guys were incredible. They felt our presence. It was a lot of fun. So thank you guys all. I don't want to talk about this all night because some people don't care, but it was a lot of fun. I really appreciate you guys. It was your success, your banding together around the game and around the community and around Griffin and myself that made this as successful as it was. It was a lot of fun. So, obviously, we're going to have to do it again. Raj says, if I ever get a chance to visit Tim Russ at his house in Los Angeles, am I going to email him about it? No, I'll have Griffin call him. I'll have Griffin call. It was a lot of fun. TJ says, I don't know if it was mentioned, of the 4,200 passenger capacity, how many passengers were STFC players, and the good majority were all Trekkies? So, I mean, we probably identified. Okay. I'm going to give you a statistic that I'm not supposed to have. Beck, plug your ears. Plug your ears. We were able to extrapolate a little bit of data and came up with how many lines were on this thing? We came up with approximately 80-some players. 87, it looks like here. 87 players who redeemed their Star Trek The Cruise avatar. Okay? So, but there were people who didn't. Like, we ran into at least a couple dozen people on the ship who don't do any social media whatsoever. So I would say that we probably ran into between 115 and 125 unique actual players. But now I will also tell you there were not 4,300 passengers, TJ, because you got to think of how much production, how many staff, because this is not a typical Royal Caribbean staff. All of ECP's staff actually stay in passenger capacity areas as well. So on top of all the crew, what do you think, Beck? You probably, between cast, agents, publicists, musicians, ECP staff, you probably had another 500. If I'm guessing that there was probably only around 3,200. They only sold 3,200 spots. Right around 3,000 is what they sold. Because they don't sell out either. You got to remember some of the cast has extra rooms, and some brought families and things like that. So yeah, ECP will sell a roughly 3,000 to 3,200 passengers. That's what their capacity to sell is. So, Oh, yeah. And that's what I'm saying, Beck. We probably met a couple dozen who were not plugged into the socials at all. Like, didn't even know the content creation was a thing. Didn't know there was a Discord. They just played the game casually. We had a couple of people that have reached out to us and started listening to the show, and now we've got even more pressure on us to create a new player's guide because, I mean, seriously, there were new players. I don't know what the actual capture numbers were, but we probably got 50 to 75 people to download the game right there in front of us, like whether it was at Beck's panel or coming up to the table with us and stuff like that. So, yeah,
I watched that video. You lied to those poor people.
What?
You said this is a casual game.
I said the game will give you however much you put into it. I chose my words very carefully. All right? Like, you can put 20 hours a day into it. You can also put your mortgage into it. All right? You'll get out of it whatever you put in. There is no end. All right. It will not end. So, anyway. Yeah, the new players we recruited with that new code have no idea. Well, welcome in. We're going to get our meat hooks in them first. Guru says the Peyton List video was actually awesome for new player guidance. I've suggested it to several new members. I'm really, really glad that you enjoyed that. I was worried that a year later it wasn't going to hold up. But from what I watched of it, I think it did actually hold up. A lot of it did.
I was worried it didn't even really exist.
Well, yeah, I know.
It almost didn't exist.
It almost didn't. You guys all thought that was like a big old prank. It was not. That hard drive tumbled 20 feet. I was stressed out. Why did it take so long to get the video? So, Wolfwood...
We're totally throwing Griffin under the bus for this.
No, I'm going to tell you.
Griffin.
So, first of all...
He was going to keep it himself. He wasn't going to share it.
Yeah, that's it. We're going to go with that. All right. Here's the thing. We had edited it. All right. And as a result, we did actually lose data. So the updated one with the edits, and I mean, you know how Griffin edits videos. He cuts scenes and he puts in some sounds and graphics and things like that. We lost that. The version you guys got was indeed a cloud backup. That was the cloud backup, Stradalorian, because the edited copy was on the hard drive. So we had the raw footage on the cloud, and that's what we ended up giving to you. Basically, he lost a couple of dozen hours worth of work on the edits. We lost it. So we just gave you the raw uncut, and that was it. Just gave you the raw uncut video. We weren't gonna edit it a second time. So just is what it is. Now
no, that would take another year.
How's the mic? Griffin. Mic is fried, wrist breaker. So I've got to replace that. You want to? Okay. This mic is actually broken. Beck will attest to this, as will Bill. This microphone has got tape on it. I don't know if you can actually see. I taped up this microphone because the hook broke out of it. So the hook broke out of it, and so I had to kind of like force it back in, and then I taped it shut because this is like a $199 mic, and I didn't want to just toss it. So yeah, we suffered damages.
How about the Rodecaster?
What's that?
I think the Rodecaster was what he was talking about.
The mixer is fine. This microphone is damaged, and my Rode Wireless Pro that got wet in the pool, it's fried. It will need to be replaced. Beck
Your
says...
rice bag was a valiant effort, though.
Yeah, I put it in a rice bag.
Jumped in for the trivia?
Yeah, I put it in a rice bag. It did not save it. It did not save it. I was very upset about it. The crazy thing is, it continued to work for about 4 minutes, and then it died. So... yeah, listen, Beck says fundraiser for audio equipment. It's up here. I said it. I basically said this was the goal for the year. I wasn't going to change it. I even offered to do crazy stunts for it. And I had set it to end at the end of March, and then I wasn't going to ask for anything for the rest of the year. This was going to be our budget for the entire year for equipment and travel and everything. Like, that was it right here. And there are some pieces of equipment, but we're not going to end up getting there. So, excuse me. So I'm going to have to make some. I'm going to have to make some choices. It gave all for the shot. It did. It gave everything for that shot. Yes. Who sent me this? Tarpy, that's great. So here's the aftermath. Here is myself and Griffin working with the restaurant manager to get a bag of rice. All right, and you can see right here. Here's the bag of rice. And I'm trying to put the microphone in it. But, yeah, at that point, it was already toast. Pal says it was hilarious. Yeah, well, here's the problem. That video didn't make me $250 for that microphone. So I lost a little bit on that bit. But anywho.
When you stepped in, did you know it was that deep at that moment?
No. Honest to God, I thought
there was some shit there. I thought it was the shallow end or something.
Yes.
Like, oh, that is not.
I saw a step, dude. There were steps there. There were steps. Or at least that's what it looked like. There were lines painted. There were lines painted. I thought they were steps.
It was not a step.
It was not a drop. It was a drop. Yeah. All right. Swift wants to know how it got
wasn't
wet.
even going to do the trivia. He was going to let you do that and walk away. All like, what the heck is this guy doing?
I was literally just going to wade in. I was never supposed to fall in. I was going to chase him in the pool, but I was supposed to wade in. I was never supposed to fall. All right. For those of you asking, hang on. I'll play. This is what happened. So let me pause this real quick. So we did a trivia. We were on the ship and we were doing Voyager trivia. Okay. How many drinks were in me at this point? Not many at all. Honestly, I thought there were lines painted. I thought it was a step. What's
your name, man?
Pavel.
Pavel, Logan. Lovely to meet you. Ah, perfect. What's your name?
Oh, this is funny.
I speak in Japanese.
Lovely to meet you. My name is Logan. Pleasure.
I had no idea what he was saying.
I am not able to pronounce that.
The dude is just rattling off a conversation to him in Japanese. And he was just like, yeah, I have no idea what you're saying.
That'll count. That'll work.
The doctor.
Technically a hologram more than a holodeck character, but I'll give it to you.
The doctor.
Fantastic. What's your name?
My name is Sarah.
Sarah and
James.
James, lovely to meet you. My name's Logan. Name a former Maquis member who joins Voyager's crew.
Chakotay.
Chakotay is a good one.
I know that.
Fantastic. Can you name a different one who is not Chakotay?
Nope. Seska.
That'll work.
Roxanne Dario Torres.
Torres as well. Perfect. And you said
Seska.
Seska. That's another one as well. Very well played.
Okay, let's see. There was.
So anyway, we continue on here, and we get to the point where like we're pretty sure we've got everybody. So here's the clip. All right here.
He's an ex-Borg member.
7 of 9.
Oh, well, let's just go with 7 of 9.
Yeah, I think that's about everyone. I don't know.
No,
if anyone
that's
else
not
have to
everybody. It's not.
You're not thinking.
I am. Okay, you know what? Let's just go do that.
All right. Well.
All right.
Now, I was just going to wait in.
Right over
now,
here.
you can
Excuse me,
see
sir.
the lines painted.
Sir.
You can see them. I'm looking, and I'm like...
Hang on.
And now...
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Hey, you want to play some trivia? You want to play a game? Oh, come on. I just jumped in the pool for you, dude. Can we play some
And then he
trivia?
starts running from me.
I'll give you a shirt. It'll be clean and dry.
Then he starts running from me, and I'm like, yo, bro. I jumped in a pool. I fried a $250 microphone for you. And he didn't even want to play. Buddy, I was going to get him to play. I chased him down.
It's a winner. Let's get him a T-shirt. All right. All right, cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, so at this point,
Hang on 1 second.
you could hear it. That was completely unplanned.
Yeah, no. I am. Okay, you know what? Let's just go do that.
All right. Well.
All right. I'm gonna come right over here. Excuse me, sir. Sir. Hang on 1 second. Hang on.
Yeah,
everything's fine.
I
Everything's
thought the
fine.
lifeguard
Hey,
was
you
going
wanna
to
play
jump
some
in
trivia?
after me, man.
You want to play a game? Oh, come on. I just jumped in the pool for you, dude.
He's like,
Can we
no,
play
man,
some trivia?
get away from me.
I honestly thought you
I'll
had
give you
saved
a
the
shirt.
mic
It'll be
'cause
clean
you
and
held
dry.
that up.
Now, here's
It
the
was
deal.
high.
Yeah.
Right here, the microphone is still
raise it up
working.
like
You can
this.
hear it.
All right, you ready? All right, name a member of the Maquis who eventually joined Janeway's crew.
Chakotay.
Hey, that's a winner. Let's get him a team.
So the microphone is working right here. And it was about 2-3 minutes later, it just died.
Excuse me, miss. Are you ready for a
Now,
round?
what's really funny about this is that you can see this here. Yeah, the water was slowly seeping into the lithium battery. It died right after this. That's right. It lived and it gave its life for the bit. You can even see right here, I had to replace the microphone. Like, this is a different microphone now that I had to use to film this little bit. All right. But yeah, you can absolutely see, because up until this point, Logan was wearing this microphone on his shirt, and I had the second microphone over here. Well, once it died, we had to take the one off of Logan and use it here. And yeah, so that's what we were doing. Yeah, look at Beck's nails. Yeah, look, good content. We will miss that microphone. We will
So,
indeed.
assuming that surprise was real, did she not know you were filming for a good 5 seconds before Logan came up? That's
Obviously,
you
she was
managed to
taking
get that close.
she was
and that
taking a
close.
nap. All right, she was taking a nap. Right? Yeah, it was just nap time. She was napping. All right.
So right after this, we all went up to get dinner, and Griffin just comes up to me. He's like, "Oh my god, I have something to show you." I'm like, and so he just so proudly just loops the video like 3 or 4 times
my
of DJs
God.
just running into the pool. It was so great.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, Beck was just kind of chilling. This was a surprise moment. Logan scared the pee out of her. I mean, you can see the jump. The jump is real here.
I'll
Check
just
this out.
raise it up like this. All right, you ready? All right, name a member of the. All right, cool. Thanks, man.
So yeah, I snuck up.
Excuse me, miss. Are you ready for a round of Voyager?
Logan and I planned it. She was just chilling, and Logan was like, "Dude, we've got the perfect closing to this bit." And he was like, "I'm just gonna get real loud and real interface." And I'm like, "All right, sounds great." So I just kind of snuck up there a little bit, got the frame just right, and then he just blasted in. She was just chilling. I am reasonably confident that we were able to sneak up on her and take her by surprise. Yeah, because this was a great jump scare right here.
Excuse me, miss. Are you ready for a round of Voyager Flash Trivia?
Logan, I know who you are.
Oh, my bad. Is that a yes?
Sure.
I'm surprised he lived
All
through
right,
that
excellent.
evening.
Well,
Oh,
in
listen,
that case, my
we're
name's
not
Logan.
entirely
I'm gonna be
sure.
your
No one's
host
heard from
today
him
for
since.
a quick round of trivia.
All right.
All I need
No
you
one's
to do is
actually
name
heard from
any
him
character
since.
in Voyager
Oh.
in a blue uniform.
Also, what is wrong with you? Donned a blue uniform.
Then she got all into trivia.
Okay.
She was like, okay, wait a second. I know
One
this.
moment.
At any point.
At any point. Kess gets one eventually. The Doctor wears his. There is technically Seven has a blue cat suit
There's
that
the
she
guy that got
wears.
eaten by the dinosaur.
That'll be
I
good.
didn't know his
That'll
name,
go
but
ahead
he
and
wore a
sweep the
blue
category.
uniform.
Did you want a Star Trek Fleet Command T-shirt?
I would love one.
They're pretty snazzy, right?
All right.
Yes.
Nah.
I heard they're soft.
Let's see what we can do for you.
I love one.
A real question would have been name the Bolian member
DJ,
of the Maquis.
what is wrong with you?
So
Couldn't run
at this point right
16
here,
laps.
I've got this T-shirt ready to just wing at her. The funnier piece about that is that I'm pretty sure Beck was a little bit concerned that these shirts were going to eventually be considered a weapon, because most people who won them, I didn't hand them shirts. I slung them. All right. So, and Tarpy is my witness. I didn't hand anybody a shirt. I wung these shirts at people's faces, like constantly. All right. I hit at least 100 people in the face with a T-shirt. And so, yeah, that
There were
was
a lot of
Goal
shirts.
achieved.
there were a lot of shirts directly into people's faces. It was kind of fun. What is
You
wrong
know,
with me?
I was also really impressed how y'all left your stuff out in the Windjammer the entire week.
DJ, what is
and
wrong
nothing
with
seemed
you?
to be touched.
Thank you, Nadia. Yeah, no. So we set this up last year, Tarpy. We kind of went in and we worked with the Windjammer staff to kind of like keep an eye on and safeguard everything. Dude,
Yeah,
are you
okay.
serious right now? Retrieving, thank you so much,
Aw.
man. Retrieving just dropped. Oh my gosh, I missed a couple of things here. Hang on. Okay, so
Pretty sure that's
Sir,
for the mic.
yeah, Sir
You won them
Taco.
pretty badly just now.
Yeah, I just lost everything. Sir Taco, thank you for the sub. K Knowledge, thank you for the sub. Wolfwood just dropped $50, and Retrieving just dropped $250 for a new mic or whatever else you need for equipment. Going up in here to our 2025 equipment goal. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. So yeah, we had worked out a deal with the Windjammer staff, and they took care of our stuff. This year, it was literally like it was laid out for us. ECP was so great. I saw this question in chat a little bit ago, and I'm sorry, I just now remembered it. What is ECP? Entertainment Cruise Productions. They're the ones who produce they produce the whole thing, right? So like they just charter the Royal Caribbean ship. ECP is responsible for all the Star Trek content, all the decorations, all the shows, all the stuff. And ECP was responsible for inviting us on and doing our programming. They're the ones who invited Beck to host the panel. So the red carpet was rolled out for us. When we got there, the Windjammer staff was already expecting us. We actually built, what was it, Beck? 3 stages. We had, on day 1, we did the launch party from Deck 12. Then we had the Windjammer on Deck 11. We had the Windjammer studio, which was kind of the main studio. And then we also had the Schooner Bar studio, which we had for 2 days. We had to set up and tear that one down because there was other programming. So we got to go in and do a show there. And we had to build that studio and take that studio down each day. So that was, yeah, we didn't have to sneak around. That is pretty much it. We didn't have to sneak around. Plus, we had special access for the programs.
Everyone got their omelets because you got your own
Everybody
setup
got their
area.
omelets because we had our own electricity thing this year. So, yeah, there was a lot of access. So you're right. Plus, I mean, Trek fans are very respectful. I mean, this is a very special community. Like, you know, so yeah, we had our stuff in Windjammer all week, Tarpy. Nothing ever disappeared. Nothing was misplaced. Nothing walked off. Like everything, it's a great community. Everything is it's really good.
There was a lot of issues this year with people like taking stuff off of people's doors that wasn't supposed to be taken. So like
the sock. I would totally steal everybody's socks on the door.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, that would be a thing.
But that's a very different like system that people have set up for that. But I was just really impressed just the entire week that the staff were kind of buzzing around because a lot of us just ate when we ate in the Windjammer. We ate kind of nearby.
Yeah.
So it was nice seeing the staff do that.
Oh yeah, the staff were very good. They were protectors of our studio there. Stanford was the restaurant manager's name, and I still remember his name because of how amazing he was. He checked in with us every day, morning, noon, and night, and made sure that everything was there and that we needed. He was the one that brought me my rice bag and all this stuff. They were absolutely phenomenal. That's right, Tavi Moza. We also got early on-board access with the talent. We did not have to. We still ended up waiting in a ton of traffic, but we didn't have to go through the normal boarding process. We went through with the production team. We got all of our equipment loaded on with production, so we didn't have to roll.
So you missed out on getting into the decontamination gel booth?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
We had 13 bags. I had 4. Griffin had 9. We had 13 bags of production gear, and they let us load all that. I mean, can you imagine trying to get on the ship with 13 crates of stuff. It would have been a nightmare. So they let us load up with the production team, which was amazing also. So yeah, it was great. They just did an amazing job. Everything was super, super fun. Iron Chef, thank you for your 100 kitty bitties. Appreciate that very much. Guys, we are 20% through to our redemption milestones. I will remind you, Tarpy, since we're getting close and we still have 20 days left, there is the first milestones at $2,500. What do the people get at the first milestone of $2,500? Because we're only $1,000 away.
You're asking me complicated questions.
Isn't this one the Vikings fight song?
No, we already did that one. Weren't you supposed to do that on the cruise that
No.
you kind of ignored doing?
No, we didn't get to $2,500. No, Gawk was the big one, Daystress. That was $7,500. I'm not eating worms.
So yeah, the Viking fight song. Yeah, you're right.
So we're $1,000 away from me having to belt out with feeling the Vikings fight song, which I don't want to do. But, I will do it.
$2,500 though.
Yeah. It's $2,500 towards our fundraising goal. So, I mean, really, truthfully, we're close. We're only $1,000 away from that. So, it is it's very, very
Only
cool.
what?
$1,000 away.
How much away?
1,000.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're at $1,470, so we're only $1,000 away from the first milestone. So it is a heroic event, though. But there's 3 milestones. So, yeah, there you go. Anywho, man, we've spent a lot of time on that. An hour. Retrieving says I'm not ops appropriate for that event. Yeah, well, you already hit a heroic milestone, man. Thank you again for that. I really appreciate it. A Kobayashi Maru event. Lawson says we need mini events. I know. It's actually getting warm out here. I'm going to take my jacket off if you don't care. Hang on one second.
Jacket on, jacket off. Learn Kung Fu.
Oh, Karkin.
That was the basis of the new Karate Kid movie, which wasn't karate, so that was confusing.
Yeah, this microphone has had it. That it'll be 2 microphones that we've lost. But anyway, yeah, this one just bent in half. It's because the little wireframe is broken. I'm just kind of putting it together. Beck said leaks. What kind of leaks do we have? What leaks am I authorized to give tonight? Let's see. Alliance Tournaments is tomorrow. Listen, now I know that you guys here. Let's talk a little STFC. I was supposed to be grinding tonight anyway.
3 days. That's all I ask.
3 days.
Just
what?
Enough for my notice for tournaments. Come on, guys. 3 days. That's all I want.
Well, first of all, let me just go out and tell everybody it's my fault that you only had 20 hours notice.
I know, because you're mad at us.
I told Scopely, hey, you really want to F with people? You really want to make them super, super happy? Let's just not tell them about tournaments.
Jeez.
Let's just not tell them, because there's absolutely no events, no tasks that people need to plan for. There's absolutely nothing here that people engage with or support their alliance with that requires a little bit of a cool down prep kind of thing. Really, truthfully, it's completely fine. Let's not tell them at all. And then Beck came out and was like, okay, well, listen, DJs, we've got to give them at least a couple of hours notice. And I'm like, no, absolutely not. Players love it when we surprise and spring spend events on them with absolutely no planning and no, preparation for the hoarding and all this stuff. So I just want to say to everybody, you're welcome. Okay? You're welcome. What is happening?
How long has it been since the last one? 3 weeks? Something like that?
How many opportunity chips you have?
Not enough.
Not enough. But it's also Beck earmuffs. It just seems really frustrating that they keep shortening the amount of time between them.
There is planning, Thumbelina. Sorry. I just got my headphones back on. I am going to electrocute myself. I know. Here's the thing, Swag. It's not about hoarding. All right. I mean, it can be. It's not necessarily about the hoarding piece of it. I believe, if I could be so bold, I believe what people are most upset about, who are upset about the notice, they're most upset about the Borg claims. They're most upset about the Borg claims.
The two rare claims. Everything else you should be saving at any time. So the only thing that actually has that continual spend up until that moment are the two Borg and Dominion rare claims. So
yeah,
and having those is really important.
Yeah, the Borg and the Bajoran ones, and I agree. That is what people were probably most upset about. In all seriousness, there was a lot of chatter in dev chat about this today. Nigel was a big advocate for it. All the moderators were, every single one of them, myself included. It's just a little bit, a little bit frustrating that we couldn't allow people to be a little bit more prepped, because those redeemed. There's a balanced approach here, okay, from Scopely, and I feel like they just took it one step too far. I'm hesitant on being super blasphemous on them because they have had actually a pretty good week, okay, but this particular item right here is a little bit frustrating because there's a lot of ways for people to spend on this event. Okay? There just is. We're not going to get into it. The most meaningful impact that a non-spender can have in this event is with Borg and Bajoran tasks and working their rerolls. All right? And having a team that works their rerolls. That is the most impactful that they can be. And hang on, Tarby. And it also is the most rewarding for those players. Those are the tasks that pay the most credits, that also pay the refresh tokens. Like, those are very valuable tasks that have no skill. It's just timing. It's just working the clock. And without sounding too fussy about it, because I do love tournaments and everybody should be happy that they're here. But on the other hand, they kind of kneecapped the free to play on this one. You know what I'm saying? So Tarpy, go ahead with your point. Maybe it's in agreement or not. I feel like they did a disadvantage to the free to play on this one.
And so I was trying to add a third task of things that free to play really rely on for tournaments is the acquire uncommon export credits for a 10K task. Because you do your polls, as Karkin was saying earlier, on your NX01, and you get the opportunity chips to get the green export credits. So the fact that fewer days between tournaments makes it so that people can do fewer of those tasks.
Agreed. Yeah. Well, I think that there was some strategic placement there too. Because it's not at the end of the month, so we have fewer choice tokens that are floating around out there. So there's not a lot of stocking back up. There's certainly not as many choice tokens. I mean, your super spenders are still going to just do it with multiphasics now, okay? Which is fine. Those people are not the ones who are going to be affected by this, right? And that is my argument. The people who are most affected by this are the people who need it the most. If am I saying that right, Tarpy? Like, the people who have the most to gain, as in like grinders and free to play, the people that this matters to more than anybody else, basically just took a lead pipe to the knees, in not being able to plan and not being able to go in.
To get the high value tasks.
To get the high value tasks, which, by the way, the high value tasks are what pay the store loot. I mean, you got to do those.
It was mentioned that we will get it partway through. Like, I did mine last night. So unfortunately, it won't be till day 2 until I get my first opportunity to do my. So the crappy thing will be when I do my re-rolls and I'm getting them and I'm seeing like, oh, I could have done that, but now I can't. So, and I potentially lose at least one of my pulls on getting it on the second day because I won't have my refresh to get it, as you know. So I'll only be able to do 2 jobs instead of 4.
Yeah.
Which is large.
I agree with that. And not only that, but like, you know, you've got the fact that these show up so infrequently that, like, if you're lucky enough to get it to show up on day 1 and then you have to skip it, you know what I'm saying? So, yuck. Now, Berlin says Syndicate is a multiple times a tournament free-to-play task. I don't think it is. I still don't think it is. Not quite. Syndicate requires 225,000 Syndicate. It's not a small number. All right. I don't know.
You can get that. You can get that in a day.
You can do 225? Okay.
Close. You can get very, very close. If you spend a few emergency field rations or multiphasics, you can get there. But with kind of maxing out, you have to be like 50 plus in syndicate level. You have to have all of the favors kind of maxed, and you can get there.
Syndicate level 46, above level 40 or whatever ops level will give you start really increasing your syndicate gains in the DTI store.
Right. So it's just a kind of layered thing. You have to, let's see, I think I can get about 180,000 a day if I get everything and time it right.
Well,
about 200,000. So it's close. So it would have to kind of span 2 days. So you have to time it right with your task acquisition as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, TJ points out that, you know, you've said this before, that this is an alliance mechanic, and I get it. I'm totally on board with that, and I agree with that, okay? You should be making sacrifices. You should be doing things for the good of the team, all that stuff, because, you know, a large amount of loot will also come from your team placement, not to mention relegation and you know, advancement and all that stuff, or ascension is what they call it. So, you know, I agree with all that, TJ, but it's also nice, like, if you're going to really super engage, if you're going to pay attention to the clock, if you're planning how to make your pulls just right to maximize your contribution to the team while also maximizing your rewards yourself, it kind of feels a little disappointing that your own rewards got a little bit kneecapped. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, Garkin is right. A 72-hour notice is really all you needed. 72 would have fixed the Bajoran and the board claims. Tarpey's onto something a little bit bigger, which is, you know, they're running this event 10 days earlier than they did last month. So you've only had 20 days to recoup instead of 30. Plus, the last run was a 7-day run. This one is a 5-day run. I don't know if they
wasn't it 6.
It was 6 last time.
It was 6 last time. This one is a 5-day run. Okay. So, by the way, are you sure it was only 6? I thought it was 7. Was it only 6? Okay. So they gave you an extra day on the last one, which was, by the way, totally intended to give players some extra rewards, and that was great. I love it. I love it. There's nothing about ATs that I don't love as a G6 player, because they're super easy for me. But I will not have the benefit of choice tokens this time, which means that I will be in a position of probably either being lazy, either having to grind, having to not be lazy, or having to buy a pack, because I don't think I'm going to be able to do it 5 days in a row on G6 materials. So, also from Scopely's perspective, I totally understand why they're doing it. They don't want hoarding because they want to sell packs. I mean, if I'm just calling a spade, all right, when players hoard, they're more prepared, they're less impulsive, and they don't buy packs. So, you know, there's that. But
so
wait, okay. Are we still getting 6 days this time? They told me 5. Is it 6 days? Are you sure?
Starts on the 12th and goes through the 17th, or to the 17th?
They told
And
me
thank you,
5
Beck.
days, guys. I'm going
That
to go
might
back.
be counting the 2 days after the 5. If it's going 7,
Okay, it's 5
that might
days.
just be.
Guys, it's 5 days.
Okay. They told me 5 days with a 48-hour store afterwards. That's what they said to me.
That's what I just got too.
Okay.
So go with 5 days.
5 days. Riskbreaker says push to get 6.
6 is hard.
6
was a bit of a stretch.
6 is a little bit of a stretch. That's right. They did also tell me 2 solo wave defense starts per day too. I'm not going to get into all that. I'm not going to get into all that.
I think 6 is nice if you have more notice. The last time we did have more notice, and 6 days, it like you knew to pace yourself a little bit differently. But 5 is still kind of long. But I know it's good for free to play if they can get more tasks. So.
Well, this is where it really comes in, and you've got to have a team that is going to really, really support you. Because honestly,
DJz is going to refresh some things for me until I get what I need.
Yeah, I do that. I do that. Karkin is proof positive. I do that. I do that every single time for my team because that's how they get the tasks that help us earn more loot. Karkin, we have finished in the top 2 or top 3 pretty much every run. And I have to think it's because we work together.
First, ideally.
I have to think it's because we work together.
Bracket.
I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong, but I have to think it's because we work together.
Getting the message out there on how to do it proper. Well, not proper, but like how to most effectively get what you need from it and still give points to the alliance.
Yeah. Looky, a donut. Yummy, 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 yummy. Sorry, time out. Gotta take care of this donut real quick. It's glazed. Num 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 num. All right, sorry.
Apple fritter.
Sorry, I had to take care of business there. Okay. Ooh. I did not see that he had a base there. Okay. Well, now obviously I'm gonna have to go fight. Jiminy Christmas. Now I've got a PvP up and everything. All right. Hey, you know what? Yo, bro, while you're up here, are you listening by chance? He's probably not. I did not crew this thing super proper during arenas. My Velox lost to Enterprises left and right. Is that gonna happen? Is that gonna happen? I feel like it shouldn't have happened.
Well,
it's tier
crewing
5.
doesn't matter. So
well, I know crewing matters, but I mean, I've only got 3 underdeck slots. So let's get rid of that and put This is what I was talking about early. All right, I'm going to get sidetracked again. Look. I've got extra shards. I am pretty sure. So I put in the request for, that's why I was looking in my inventory a little bit ago. I actually asked, I sent in a ticket and I asked them to spend my loot and give me officer shards. I think they did it, bro. Where is, you said it was in other? I think they did it. Man. See, here's the thing. It's really hard for me to be grumpy at them this week. I feel like they're just doing a good job this week. They took care of my event store loot. We had the Women's Day gift. We got Alliance tournaments coming now. We had the good thing with the comp chest. Oh, by the way, funny little goofy thing. TJ says I'm spoiled. Funny story here real quick. Today we got a comp chest of 200 polygon directives. Yeah?
Yep.
And they said it was comp for the polygons not working over the weekend. Yep. Follow me. Say yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They gave the comp, which I thought, okay, just slightly little bit of goofy. They gave the comp, which is polygon directives, but the polygon armadas are still not fixed. So if you got your polygon directives and you're like, oh, great, that's comp, they must have fixed it. And then you go and run the polygon armadas, they're still broken. So don't spend
So just hold those directives.
Yeah, so just hang on to those because they're still not starting. Dastro says they worked fine for me. Well, not for me. Because I lost my directives a second time. How are they broken? Dude, they're just not going off, man. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with it. I've not been able to identify.
Is it that Tolly? Were you using Tolly with any, or something like that?
I was not using Tolly. Now, somebody else in my team could have been. I was not. But, man, somebody was. Are you saying that somebody else was using Tolly? We've told our team, Karkin, not to use Tolly. Wristbreaker says we run them with Tolly. Dragon Keeper uses Tolly.
I don't know. I don't even know if
seen
Tolly's a problem.
people-
That's just what I heard.
But I've also seen people say, yeah, no one had Tolly, and
Then
it
you look
still
at a
didn't
battle log.
start.
Yeah. Well, yeah. People probably, I don't know. Anyway, just letting you know that the directives went out, but the problem still persists. All right. So anyway, where was my event store loot? I think they converted it, didn't they? Because wasn't it like in this area and it was like 420,000, right? I don't see it in here anymore.
Where are you looking?
In the other
some
tab.
left, so other
Tab is where
those
it was.
neutrinos, right?
Yeah, neutrinos. Do you guys see them on my screen? Did they actually redeem them for me? Because I know I didn't have that many shards.
I have a friend who he got down to exactly 0 event store loot. It was wonderful. He was very happy that he got it to 0. And then he claimed an alliance chest, and it had 300 in it.
Oh, pain.
Well, now here's the thing.
Like he was yelling.
I can't say that they will or won't do it for anybody else. I made a pretty specific claim, Zoidberg. Here's what I wrote in my ticket. And by the way, I did get a message. From Sierra Uniform after I sent in this ticket. So if anybody thinks that they don't watch their tickets, they do. So here's what I sent in on my ticket. This is long-winded.
It would be right after your arena emblem, right before your resistance chips.
Arena.
So they're gone.
So they're gone. They took them.
Row.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway, sorry
that
to
was
interrupt.
great. Here's what I wrote. And where is it? Uno momento, por favor. Where did it go? I thought I made a copy of it in here. Oh, here it is. Okay. Hi, my name's DJ. I'm a content creator for the game. Maybe you've heard of me. By the way, I wrote this very cheesy. Maybe you've heard of me. Well, I made a little bit of a silly error. Need you guys' help. See, during the last day of the event store, I was on a cruise for Star Trek, getting tons of great footage, promoting the crap out of the game, working with some Paramount people. You know, no biggie. And by the way, I wrote exactly that. No biggie. In between shooting my content for nearly 14 hours a day for 7 days in a row, I even had the time to make some announcements to remind people to spend their choice tokens, event store loot, and had time to attend the Solo Wave Defense playtest. Somehow, in the rush of chaos that was that week, I ended up not spending my own event store currency. Here's a clip of the community having a great laugh at me about it. I sent a clip to our Twitch. May I please ask, in the name of all things holy, to have your assistance in redeeming my loot? Thank you in advance for not allowing me to rage bash my head into a brick wall. So then,
I don't think you could have said it better.
I mean, yeah, Doss, that's so hilarious. We've always appreciated our number 2 content creators. Here are your shards. So Sierra Uniform sends me a message. All right. And let me see if I can find this. And then she decides to troll me a little bit, which is actually really, really funny. She trolls me and post my ticket in the dev chat. So now the moderators and other content creators get to see my ticket. And there's Lube dying laughing at the 420,000 loot that I had. No One Shell is getting his jabs in. All the moderators. Lube said, teach him a lesson, Sierra. Deny his request. And I said, guys, this is like 210 rare officer shards worth of a lesson. Have a heart. And so then Sierra comes back in and replies to Lube about teaching me a lesson and says, don't tempt me. This is my favorite type of lesson. So then I have to reply back to her. I'm like, I'm sorry. I was gathering hundreds of new player downloads for the game. And then Stewie comes in and suggests that they give me a conversion tax of 420,000 loot to 5 rare officer shards. Then another moderator comes in and says, no big deal. He would have spent it all on 3-star uncommon crystal anyways. And then writes, #free Harrison. Obviously a moderator that's been around our content community for a little while. So anyway, this was a nice little chuckle throughout chat today. But then this evening, clearly I hop in and I've got some officer shards here. So thank you. Thank you, Overlords. I appreciate that. Thank you, Sierra Uniform.
So you left that conversation without knowing whether you had gotten it or not.
Well, yeah.
You continued and
I left at that point, and
that's
then I
excellent.
Yeah, so then they #free Harrison. Yes. So then they come back in and actually this evening I noticed that I got points in the officer recruit event or something like that. And wow, look, they did my entire grant dump because look, I've got Garrett and Zeph too. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. Where's my Q officer? See, benefits of being the number 2 largest content creator. Okay? Just saying. Thank you. All right. Sort by upgradable. That's not going to actually work for me, dude. I have a lot of officers that are upgradable. That's not
what?
Holy mess hall. Jeez, man.
I don't have enough XP.
Okay, I'm just looking to see if there's anyone here who's actually who you really shouldn't be leaving like this.
I do not have office. I don't have enough officer XP. There's my queue right there. So we're gonna upload.
Well, you can use Latinum for it. Don't you have Latinum?
I mean, only 500 million.
Wait. Aren't you the guy who's like, get all of your transporter patterns?
Well,
Doesn't officer XP kind of come as a side effect of that?
Yeah. That's where I get it from. All right.
Well, the good news is
now.
I don't.
TJ is demoting me to the number 3 STFC content creator now. Oh, come on, man. Why number 3? Oh, no. Tavi Moses says, you have 500 million lat? Yeah, I got 500 million lat. 598 million, actually.
It doesn't
Omicron
last
says,
that long in G6.
It doesn't
Go
last
up
that
just a little.
long.
Just want to see if there's anybody.
Guys, listen, you're getting the two things mixed up. Officer XP is different than transporter patterns. I've got the entire transporter pattern store maxed out. Okay? I'm done. This is literally just mess hall. And I've got 28 million XP. That is enough to max 1 epic officer. 1. Okay? Like, I can't.
And how many? Pick all the uncommon ones then.
That's
cheaper.
a waste because then I want to use it on the epics and the rares, bro.
Epics you're not using?
Who says I'm not using them?
Uh-huh.
Pick
So,
Riker.
so how much cheaper could your
Is there
vlog have been
actually
this weekend?
anyone there? Oh, there's some of the new people there that I'm not sure of that might get a
Hold
bonus
on.
out of using them.
Just hang on a second here, please. What do
I'm
you mean?
trying to
How
back
much
you up.
cheaper? I thought the mess hall gives officers.
Titanium.
It's not that much. 7%.
Sigma Tritanium, dude.
7%.
8-0.
All right. You know what? Here's what'll happen. Okay. I am going to proceed with playing my game right now. However, do I want to be the number 2 content creator again? Level those officers right now. Jules Bird says, I'm yelling at my screen and I have a sleeping child in my lap. Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. Don't I have a player to kill?
Dude.
That's right. I've got a player to kill. Now, here's what started the whole thing. I want to upgrade. Want to upgrade my mariachi Q.
Oh, there's one.
My French Marshal Q is what I got. So let's upgrade him.
Is that the Burning Apex one? Or
No.
which one's that?
I took French Marshal, which is hull
Oh, he's
repair
the healing
because
on any state.
yeah, he's hull repair because I am not flying a battleship as my primary ship. I'm going to try to fly the Velux. All right. So hang on. I'm going to, and see, by the way, this is going to cost 1 million XP right here, just to get it to tier 4.
Oh, who? You're fine.
That's fine. I use this officer. That's fine. I'm fine to spend it on this officer because I use him and I need his stats. That I haven't done any of these others because they don't matter.
Mess hall. Like, I know there's other bonuses that are better, but
Anyway.
7% Sigma Tritus said 7% Sigma
Oh,
Tritus.
he left. Why didn't he stick around for the last 30 minutes while we were having a conversation? For me.
He's watching the show.
Come on, bro. You couldn't have given me 30 more minutes for us to have gotten around to a point where we could do some crew testing. 30 more minutes,
You
please.
can't last 2 minutes?
I just
You're
needed
asking them to
30
last
more
30.
minutes.
I can't believe you couldn't last
30
2
more
minutes.
All right. Yeah, he got tired of waiting. He couldn't last 2 more minutes either. All right. Anywho, dag nabbit. All right.
Put a shield back up.
Oh, yeah, I need to put a shield back up. Thank you. I'll put a shield up. Thank you.
No.
All right.
Damn it,
Tarpy,
I got you.
I am going to.
I think I foobarred this.
I foobarred nothing. All right, here's what I'm going to do, community. All right. You tier for skill. Leveling is for stats. That's what I'm saying, Balaba. If I'm not putting that officer on a lower deck spot, if I don't need the stats, then I don't spend XP on him. It's a waste. Come on. Anywho, Tarpy, I'm gonna do something absolutely crazy. Yeah, I'm not gonna have to, yeah, because I'm not gonna have to worry about it. All right. I'm not gonna have to worry about it, but it's fine. So how long have we been on? 2 hours. All right. I'm probably gonna hang out for just a few more minutes because I gotta work tomorrow. So not a few more minutes. Here's what we'll do. Okay. Effective right now and up until 11 p.m. So we got 40 minutes. If we hit the level 10 hype train, then we'll give away either a pack or another hero within jacket. By the way, I do want to go out on a limb and let you guys know that I did finally get the hero within jacket fixed. And Quadili, congratulations, you are our winner of a hero within jacket. Thank you, Quadili. Here's the thing, by the way. I tried to message Quadili, and even though we're on the same server, I'm assuming it's because we're not friends. I cannot send them a DM. So their 24-hour notice had begun at 8:19 p.m., but I have no way to actually reach this player. So you guys can tag him, DM him, shout him out if you guys know him, Quadili, if he plays in your alliance, whatever. He's got until 8 o'clock tomorrow night.
Request?
Huh? No, I didn't send a friend request. That's not my responsibility, bro. Okay? He did a message. He did a thumbs up message from Dino. That's great. He's going to have to DM me. I tried to send him a DM, and I couldn't get to him. He's got to get to me. He's got to get to me. Quadili, congratulations. You win a free jacket from HeroWithin.com. So if we get to level 10, then I'll do either a pack or another Hero Within giveaway tonight. Okay? If we get, this is what I'm going to do that's stupid, Tarpy. If we get to the first milestone, I'm going to add on. I'm going to add on to the Vikings fight song. If we get to $2,500 tonight, which I would appreciate so I can replace some equipment. If we do that, not only will you do I'll do the Vikings fight song thing for you guys like we talked about, but I will add in that I will completely, I will completely drain myself of Officer XP and Latinum down to 0
Jesus.
on leveling officers for the mess hall. You guys want it so
You're
bad?
I don't think you'll get down to 0.
You guys want
I don't
it?
think you'll get down to 0 on your lat, but
You don't think I'll spend 600 million lat? Dude, XP lat conversion is not cheap, bro.
It's not bad.
Tabby Moses says, don't do it, DJs. Don't do it. Screw the Vikings fans. He wants me to do the spending 600 million Latinum. Really? TJ says I'll only spend 50 million lat. Are you sure? Are
I
you
think that's
sure?
A challenge. I think you just need to do it.
It's not. I'm pretty
I don't
sure
think
I'm
it's
going to
gonna be
zero
anywhere
my
near
lat.
like the 600 million you're talking about.
I'm going to zero my
no.
lat. All
Do
right.
you want
You
me
know
to
what
make you
else?
zero your lat again?
You know what
'Cause
else?
I can do that.
You know what else? Here's
What?
something else that I'll do. If we do it, if we decide that we're going to do it, then I'm prepared to spend 600 million lat, but we will also gamble toy mice. We'll gamble toy mice on how much lat it will actually cost. Okay? So we'll do that. Retrieving said, if only there was a calculator for this. I'm not going to show you the calculator. I want it to be fun. Let's gamble a little bit. See, look, Spock
Never
is telling
show me
me
the
Spock is telling me
calculation.
that he thinks I'm going to spend at least 300 million Latinum. Wait, what just happened? Did you guys throw? Was there a sticker that I didn't hear? What just
I
happened?
haven't heard any stickers.
There was an egg.
Oh,
I didn't hear the egg. It's on though. Irresponsible lat spending. There you go. I didn't hear it either. There was an egg.
No, I
Must
don't
have-
expect you to level all your guys to like 30. But
No, that's what everybody's
carrying
saying. Mess hall, mess hall, mess hall.
maybe up to like 20. That's a safe number. We can, and then
Karkin, stop being nice.
Hey, what's up, Mr.
An idiot.
Samo? Congratulations. How was the honeymoon? Thank you, Broken Wolf. Appreciate that. How many? Thank you. How many of the tier up badges do I have? Will that be my stopping point? I've probably got enough badges in all likelihood. I was just telling the community about the Star Trek cruise, and then we were talking a little bit about the beautiful closed door wedding ceremony that you had. It was I didn't get to see it myself, but I heard it was beautiful. I don't know why you didn't open the doors and let everybody else in, but there was a lovely ceremony. And congratulations, Samo, on your wedding. There you go. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, Dirty Bird Bill. Listen, she didn't let anybody else in. Oh, that one's a freaky one, Zoidberg. That one gives me chill bumps, dude. What is it even saying? Ugh, it's so scary. What happens on the cruise stays on the cruise. See, I told you Samo got married on the cruise. She just said what happens on the cruise stays on the cruise. She got married in international waters. I don't even know if it's a legal thing. Is it even legal? Pretty sure it's not, but that's probably why she did it. That way she can say she didn't get married, but she actually did. Just saying. Anywho, it ain't no Vegas. Who can marry you on international waters? Only the ship's captain,
the captain
right?
of the vessel.
Just the captain. The captain.
And anybody
Unless
who's
they-
ordained.
Yeah, only the captain of the ship. You can't let anybody else do it.
Would a judge who's on the ship be allowed to do it, or
No,
does he
he's
have
got
to
no
be in his own
jurisdiction.
district?
He's got no jurisdiction. I'm pretty sure it's just the captain. Pretty sure the captain of the ship that's it. Which is probably why it was in a locked room. Probably why nobody else could get in, because Samo got the captain of the ship to come and marry her. I'm the same. Would Kate Mulgrew have been able to do it? I don't think so. That would have been great to be married by Kate Mulgrew, but I don't think she could have done it. I don't think she could have done it. TJ says she's Canadian. Does it actually matter? Are any of them actually married? I don't know. What if Samo was marrying the captain? Who officiates it then? I don't know. All right? I don't know.
The mirror he has placed.
I know. I can't honestly tell you guys. All right? So I couldn't tell you. All I know is that Samo's now married. Congratulations. Vow renewal is different. Vow renewal is different than actually getting married for the first time. I'm pretty sure. There's 3 captains on a cruise ship. Is that true? I didn't know that either. All right. Yes, congratulations. Round of applause for Major Samo. All right. There you go. All right. Anywho, thank you, Herps. Thank you, Herps. Okay, appreciate that. Herps is saying, don't feel bad, DJs. Don't feel bad. I don't upgrade my officers either. All right. If it's worthless, this is not mine. This is Herps. Thank you. Okay. Maybe it was a Betazoid style wedding. That's why the doors were closed. Maybe. Possibly.
Now I see a lot more in that list that is actually useful. You
All
got
right.
your cargo increase for 4.
Trip Tucker is useful. Could have done that. Yeah, 4 of 11. That's a good one. Nero. You got
right.
Nero, bro. Nero. Yeah, I gotta tear that one up.
Crass is ever doing your Crass stuff.
I like
Crass
Crass for stats. I don't use Crass as an officer, but I do like his
I was
stats.
gonna say you don't do base defense.
Yeah.
You just leave the shield down.
Yeah,
That's the opposite.
Yeah, who needs that? Ash Tyler, that one. I mean, well, he's not relevant today. He used to be. When he first came out, he was definitely a max officer. Decius is only tier 3. Now, again, these are officers not relevant today, but Decius was big in his day.
Are we going down memory lane?
Lost
now?
In says, is the #1 content creator streaming? These officer screens are hurting my soul. Oh my gosh. This is now we're just showing off. This is server 187's Big Bear. Look at all of these.
Oh no, Big Bear.
Gosh. What? Big
Not
Bear.
even Grush?
What?
Oh my goodness.
All right, mine is not this bad. Mine is not this bad. Oh man, Swift says there are so many away teams assignments for some of those DJs. I know. Con, you don't have Con. Con is still super relevant. Rom is still super relevant. Grush, that's warp range, my man. Wow. Yikes. Yeah, there's some good ones in this list, my friend. Pelia, ISO defense. I mean, not huge, but I mean, who doesn't? Yeah, I mean, a little ISO defense never hurt anybody. Marcus is only tier 2, and Gorkon is tier 2. Oh man. TJ says, DJ, you know why this is happening, don't you? Because you're not leveling your officers, and they think you being the #4 content creator must be right. Oh, this is what happens, Big Bear, if you watch the #2 content creator right here. All right. Well, listen. We've got about a half hour. Tarpy, if we hit the first milestone tonight, then I will max everything I got. All of it. All of it.
That's going to take forever.
Nah.
How are your
nah, it won't.
dailies with the thing coming up? That shit happening soon.
Oh, hi. What's up, buddy?
Big Bear must be a streamer as well. We will call him Little DJs. Don't feel bad, Big Bear. It's an honor to be compared to the number 3 content creator.
It's number 3 now? Come on, guys. Come on.
Remember that time on your birthday when you stalled? And we just kept adding time to the timer? I think it's the same mechanic to keep dropping you down the number of streamer.
This is awful. Come on. Dailies. I'm pretty sure I'm done with my dailies. I did do my dailies. Yep. Got dailies, so I'm good there. Oh, goodness gracious. Vul is coming in for you, Lost In. Vul says, this is for you, Lost In. Right here, just so you can breathe again. All right, this is Vul from server 10. This is for Lost In so that he can resume breathing. There you go. Congratulations, Vul. You are officially a powerhouse. Okay? There you go. That's actually really, really good. How did you do all of those? You really don't think it would take all that latinum? I thought it was very expensive to convert lat. I would have done this a long time ago. But I thought it was stupidly expensive. Okay. Where's the chart for conversion? I don't know. I don't know.
Do the Borg ones on the first day of the Mega Cube.
Do all of them.
Yeah, I would probably do very, very well in that event if I did all of them. When do we have a Borg event coming out? It's going to be like 2 more weeks. I'm not waiting. It's only been 4 years.
I was going to say, you're not waiting.
No, well, I won't wait. If we hit the milestone tonight, I'll do it tonight. Here we go. Burton says, here's the chart. All right, let's see what we got here. Lat conversion for Officer XP. Here we go. So Officer XP is 1 million Officer XP for 0.05 lat? Wait, what? Nah. What is this? Can't be that wrong. Can't be that far off. So point lat per unit. Oh, okay, so 0.1. So basically 1 lat gets me 10 Officer XP. 1 lat gets me 10 Officer XP. Well, I mean, that's going to be a lot of lat, guys. That's going to be a lot of lat. Just saying. That's a lot of lat there, folks. Oof. That is not free. That's a lot of lat. But I'll do it if you guys want it. I've got fundraising goals. Okay, am I done with my Battleship event? Because I really need to go do a solo event, a solo wave. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, go do so that people want to know how to punch up.
Yeah, that was the whole title of the show and everything. Where's my?
Yeah, we got to throw that in.
Battleship
False
event.
advertising if we don't.
Do we though?
Yeah, I love solo waves. You don't like it?
Oh, I like them. I'm just.
I love them.
I got to test myself yesterday.
I
got to wave
them.
4 of the 50s. I beat wave 4, so I got to wave 5.
Okay. So, random thing while you're looking for your solos or whatever. Finishing your Battleship event.
Yeah.
I got 7 15-hour speed ups out of 100 chests in the MU. That's
really
so
good.
Many.
It's really good. It's nice.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to reload down. And I'm just going to pop into a system over here. We'll just reload into one, back down to lower space so I can go to my waves. But I also need to do my Borg credits. So let me do my freebooters super quick. I don't think I did that. And I got to build a building. I did research already. So let's go ahead and start that. We'll just come over here and build a building super quick. There we go. Lat that out. See, that's only 27 lat. Okay? Not hundreds of millions. Jeez. Speed crew. We'll go do my freebooter super quick, and then we'll do this. Okay? Because I actually was able to pull one off the other day. I was able to pull one off. I was very excited. Jules Verne taught me how to clear wave 5. I was pretty pumped about it. And I didn't use my V-Locks.
How do you do that?
I did not use my V-Locks. I did not. I used my Enterprise, my Dideredex, and my Borg Cube. Because the V-Locks is squishy still. Still squishy. It died very early. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Okay. Hey, what's going on, Darren? How are you from server 138? How is ya? What tier is my V-Locks? It's only tier 5. Is it V-Locks or Velux? I don't know. Is it... I've just been saying V-Locks, but I mean, it could be something else.
Well, DJz has been to Romulus, so he would know.
I've been to Romulus. So I think I would know. All right, there's freebooters done. Cool, so we can claim that. And looks like I got a ship ready to come out of the scrapper, too. What was that? A D4. Nice. Let's see what we can put back in. I think I need to spend a little bit of XP. Let's see what I've got ready to go back in. Oh, I don't have anything ready to go in. What do you know? I could do a Mayflower.
$1,000 right into the scrapper.
I'm not doing it. No, I refuse to scrap my Mayflower. I'm not doing it.
$1,000 right there.
I'm not doing it. It wasn't $2,000. It was only $1,000.
Only?
I am not scrapping G5s yet. I could scrap my Tribune. It's maxed. I kind of feel like I don't want to, though. I don't want to scrap... No, you can't scrap G5. I don't want to scrap my Tribune.
I just got mine.
I worked a long time on that ship.
I called it Toby.
It's so pretty. I don't want to scrap it. I mean, look at that aft. God bless, what a thick aft. No, I'm not ready.
Compared to the Dideredex.
Which one has a better aft?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the
this was a sleek fight aft. The
yeah,
other one
I
has
think
a much wider aft.
I think the Tribune has a better aft than the Dideredex.
A little more gazunk in the trunk.
Yeah, yeah. This is more of like a thong kind of thing. You know, there's a lot more exposed.
On the list of things I wasn't expecting to hear tonight. That.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty ship, too. It's a great ship, too. But, you know.
More of a dongle than an aft. So,
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's funny. Savage Darkness says bingo. You guys playing bingo without my knowledge again?
Always.
Jeez. All right. Let's look at solo waves. All right. I'm going to go Enterprise first. That's my beefy one. Wave Enterprise. So this is what I run on my Enterprise crew. And I bookmarked them. I did all presets because I was afraid I was going to forget. So I'm running Picard, Bev, Anorax. All right, that's giving me nice, big, fatty Apex Barrier. Then I'm running Morale, Hull Breach, Crits. I've got Seska and Suitor under here for crit damage and your crit damage build. I've got Chapel for Cascade and then a little extra speed. Okay? So that's what I'm running on ship number 1. Ship number 2 will be the D'Deridex. The D'Deridex, I run Janeway, Doctor, and Gorkon, but he's in an ATA, so I'm going to have to go free him up. So let me get... wrong one. Let me get Gorkon out of my ATAs.
remember back when you used to be able to just do that from your officer thing?
They said they fixed that, but they didn't.
Those were the days.
Daystro says your Velox could run speed with Paris below deck and be fine. Probably not, bro. It dies a lot. I've spent a lot of Sigma Trite on this squishy little thing. But it's only a baby tier 5. I'm going to have to get it up a little bit better. Dirty Bird Bill says, you would do better in waves with leveled up officers. No, I wouldn't. It's not true. That's fake news.
Uh-huh. Congrats on the building efficiency EXO, though. Haven't seen one of those in weeks in my ATA list.
All right, so Gorkon on this one. Hey, ATL Shawty. What's going on? Thank you for the 25 months. Appreciate you. Thanks so very much. So I run Janeway, Dr. Gorkon. I run my Vial, which is my secondary Hue. Laliari, which is giving me a little bit of Apex Barrier and Wave Defense. Not a lot. Running ISO D, extra crit damage. Hull Repair, Burning, because I'm on a D'Deridex. And then a little extra health to help out the Doctor. Okay, that's what I run on ship number 2. Then
like
on ship number 3, I have been running the Cube. Where you at? Where you at? Wave 3, Cube. This is where I'm struggling a little bit. I've been running Strange New Worlds Pike with Una.
Did you pick up Gigi Shred? That's what I'm calling her, Gigi Shred.
No, I don't have
DJ.
Gigi Shred yet. All right,
Because I
and
plan to replace Una with Gigi Shred in that setup that you have.
Voltron asks a good question. What about your Rotaran? So I have been working on a Rotaran. I could. It's not quite maxed yet. It's only tier 9. This was my third one that I kind of came in with. But my Cube, I felt like, is probably better. But now I'm totally willing to give the Rotaran a go. All right? And no, my Minerva is not good. I would imagine that my Rotaran is probably better than the Minerva. The Minerva is only tier 4. It is showing 3.4 billion power, but it's only tier 4, which I think makes it kind of squishy. So I would probably feel more comfortable with the Rotaran, but I don't know. Ship power is not everything. I'll tell you what, I will take the third ship that you guys recommend here tonight. What do you guys want me to do?
Who doesn't like the Borg?
I mean, that's what I've been
I
running
think
with.
people
was
want
the
to see
cube.
the damage.
The firing pattern. Well, let's pull up stfc.space.
Bring your protector.
All right, so we could do the Rotaran. Firing pattern on the Rotaran is right here. So all kinetics, 4 shots per round, and starting in round 2, 5 shots every 4 round. That's a weird firing pattern. Every 4 rounds, I get an extra 10 shots, give or take. All right, then
how many rounds are the fights going? Your end fights going? Do you even hit more than 2 of those?
I don't know. I haven't used the Rotaran, so I don't really know. So that's the Rotaran. We could use the Minerva, which is a G6 uncommon, but it doesn't have a very good firing pattern. All right, I mean, round 2 fires no shots at all. And then you've got the Borg Cube. And the Borg Cube is decent. It's going to fire 12 shots in round 1, then 6, then 12, then 6, then 12. TJ says, why would you stop using G5 Epics? That's kind of my point, dude. I've been using Enterprise to Deridex and Cube. All right? And only the Cube because I didn't feel like my Rotaran was quite there yet. But I will totally fly with a Rotaran. Cruzito said, this is so bad you have G6 ships and you're not using them. No. G6 is, I mean, no. They're expensive, and I feel like my G5 ships do better. Okay? My G5 ships do better. And the Velox is just too squishy right now, man. I'm telling you, it just dies. It dies on everything. It does have a nice aft, though. Skinny.
Looks like a Cylon.
Yeah, skinny, little, tiny stick aft. But I mean, that aft can have a little bit of fun.
What?
It can squeeze itself into places.
Yeah, it's got some real good lines. Some excellent curves. Yeah, that's
so many questions.
That's a fun aft right there. Look at that. Whew. Anywho. All right, so let's go Rotaran. But this is still what I've been doing. Strange New Worlds Pike, Una, a little bit of Nesmith there for some Apex barrier. Under deck, I had the Cube Officer, so I don't, and Cube, you can't beam anything, so that becomes null and void there. I had extra hull and extra damage from Mariner. That's not really going to do anything. I've got Tom Paris to help me with a little bit of mitigation. I got a little bit extra crit damage from Odo. Other than that, I was just kind of going for stats. So let's see what else we can throw in here. Now that we've got Garrett and Zeph, man, that's niche. That's niche. There's literally nothing else. Do a little Rutherford up there. That'd be fine. You know what? Let's run some Badgie. Why not? Okay. I don't need stats. I'm maxed on my stats, bro. So anyway. All right. So that's what we're going to roll with. All right. So we're going to bring in the Enterprise. And by the way, I'm going to do this without the Titan.
Yeah, do you need the speed? Because Una, you could replace someone instead of Una.
Well, what do you want there instead of Una?
Well, do your shields drop at all? And, well, I'm thinking more
This ship is going to die.
Would be better.
This
Extra
ship is
damage.
going to die. You Strange New Worlds in Benga? All right. Let's look at Mbenga.
For the shields? if he's got that percentage up.
Increases shield health points every round by 4%. Okay, we'll go with that.
I was thinking more Sam for damage, but that could work if you need the survivability. Just depends.
But see, now that's gonna affect my shield mitigation. It's gonna drop my shield mitigation 2 points.
Full synergy. Sam will give you your synergy still, or Kirk if you just want flat damage.
Sam could get me some extra crit damage. Kirk give me 600% damage boost. I mean, that's not small.
He won't give you the good synergy though.
You know what?
Because they're both.
What does Mbenga do?
Mitigation.
I don't need mitigation. I got Tom Paris. So let's go critical. You know what, though? I don't have any critical build. So Sam Kirk is not going to help here.
That's much, yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, that's fair. Keep your speed then. And just know that you looked over the options. Unless you want more, like you said, mitigation with one of the other guys.
Actually,
Their
I like
shields aren't
that.
big
Sam in the middle and Benga on the side and then some barrier. Yeah, let's try that. Let's run that.
Sam, do the shields for the hostiles you're fighting require the captain ability of Sam? Because like you said, you still don't have a crit build for Sam.
Yeah, but he doesn't. All right, we're going to go with it. We're going to try it. My first crew, what, on ship number 1? Ship number 1 is Picard, Beverly, Anorax. So flip these. Yeah, putting Mbenga in the captain's chair will free up Tom Paris, but again, there's nobody to put below deck. There's nobody else. And I'm already maxed on stats. Yeah, there's nobody else.
Cruzito wants you to look at the ship abilities. I just thought I'd let you know. He's been yelling it.
Well, you know what? I have an idea here. Hang on a second. Because I'm not using Lorca. I could throw Lorca over here. Where is Lorca? That would give me hull breach on all 3.
So Spike, Lorca, Nesmith?
Where the heck is my Lorca?
Search by defense is usually close.
There he is. All right. We'll try that. All right. We'll try that. All right. Let's check Fleet Commander Lorca for the hostiles, skills for hostiles. I don't probably have those. Yeah, I haven't even unlocked those. So I'm not going to worry about those right now. All right. Now, I'm going to bring in my 2 big kahunas. I'm going to do this without a Titan boost. But I am going to Cerritos boost because I've got 160,000 of that stuff. I don't even know how I've gotten this much. I guess I don't use it enough. So I am going to Cerritos boost. It's better than nothing. No, I haven't invested into that one, TJ. But in all fairness, my Vindicator is still tier 3 because I never do the events. I forget about it. So in 30 seconds, we're going to buff ship number 2. We're going to pull it out. We're going to bring in the Ruddy, and then we're going to go. I Cerritos boost whenever. I Cerritos boost as often as I level officers, clearly.
You done your Wednesday thing? Like all of the rare Culver particles, whatever, that you get on Wednesdays from the boosting? You finished that?
Not really.
Those researches?
Not anymore. Oh, yeah, I did. I did, yeah.
You did? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm too busy doing Eclipse on Thursdays. No, actually, Thursday's a bad day for me, guys. I don't do a lot of gameplay on Thursday because I'm doing content on Thursdays. And it's a pod, so I don't get to actually, like, play. All right. Okay, here we go. We've got 2 Cerritos boost, and we're going to run it. We're going to activate Battle Bridge mode. And let's get it on. Battle Bridge.
What was the first one that you said?
Oh, Zoidberg, it's so creepy. All right. So for this first round, I just stick to the triangle. Did I say battle bitch mode? Nice.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I like to keep them nice and tight, close to the middle. Because I don't look at my cheat sheet. I should be looking at my cheat sheet, but I don't. Juby, why are you licking my face, bro? It's weird.
Have you met Juby?
He's weird. So yeah, I'm sticking to the triangle here early on. My Kirshara is on, but I don't like to use Kirshara in these in case a ship dies. You guys know what happens with the Kirshara when a ship dies. So I don't like to use it that way. Because I don't remember, eventually one of these ships is going to die. And I think it might be the Roddy right now. I don't remember.
Are you in wave 3 still?
Yeah, I'm on wave 3. Oh, no, I got it. Nice.
It shouldn't die in 3. It'll die in 4.
This is the close one. Watch out. It's going to pop up.
Yeah, I got it.
I know. I was just being dramatic.
Ah! See, there went the Roddy. The Roddy's down. All right, I'm going to let that one hit. I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice a point here. I'm in wave 4. I'll kill these 2, and my Roddy is down.
Don't forget Lorca.
I'm not going to use Lorca's Fist. Get there, get there, get there, get there, get there, get there. See, I do let some hostiles strategically pass. Actually, yeah, there we go. So that's done. We got it. Boom.
What are your shred favors?
There we go, and that is a clear right there. So the Roddy did about what I expected it to do. It's still a little bit weak. It died in wave 4, which actually is better. I'm pretty sure my cube died in round 3. So that actually did a little bit better. I like that crew. Thank you guys for the suggestion. I'm going to bookmark that one. You guys want to see shred favors? I'll be happy to show you. I think I've got.
If you want, you could do a comparison between Spike and Mbenga, because that was the other contested option that you were looking at, right? For that.
So my
See which one gives you
Explorer,
the extra distance.
I got my Enterprise, my Explorer one to tier 4. The other two are only tier 2.
I love how you've never claimed that avatar.
What? What avatar?
At the top of your section 31 section.
I didn't know it was up there. I'll claim it. There we go. All right,
Wait.
so now let's take a look at a couple of battle logs. 2 rounds. That was against the Enterprise, which was the most powerful. Here's the Daradex. It also only went 2 rounds. But then down here was the Roddy. The Roddy died against the very first Orion Prowler it went up against, and it was with Triangle. So, yeah, this is exactly how my board cube did. Is that whatever my third ship is, without the Cerritos boost, that third ship dies against that first Orion Prowler every time. The Cerritos boost makes a substantial difference here. Now if I had Titan boosted it, but see, you can only boost 2 ships. Betty Hill, I was just showing that my favors for the Enterprise is tier 4, but the Battleship and the Interceptor ones are only tier 2. I'll show you again. I did, so Acute Shred is tier 2. Fierce Shred is tier 2. But my Enterprise, I went tier 4. And the reason that I did that is because I had contemplated using the Minerva, which I will run another one with this same crew, but the Minerva also dies at the exact same time. It dies at the exact same time. So let's pull up the Minerva, and we'll run it again. Okay. And we'll go run another one. I also am running without Forbidden Tech and without Chaos Tech, but it's a G6 uncommon. I'm not going to spend the fusion rods on it. Now, Cruzito says run the Velox, which I could, but okay, we'll run another one. I've got directives. So let's run the Minerva now, and I'm going to show you it dies at the exact same spot. It dies at the exact same spot. So let's bring in the Enterprise. How do I have 1,400 directives?
Wave pass?
I haven't claimed it, I didn't think. I did buy it.
Did you get some from Scopely?
Maybe. They dumped stuff in my account today, obviously. I've got Rachel Garrett and Zeph. So maybe they gave me some. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm pretty sure I did not have 1,400 the other day. But I did buy my own battle pass this month. They usually gift me the $20 battle pass, but I bought my own battle pass and my own wave defense battle pass. So they might have given me some extra. Today. They gave 300 today. Didn't they give 300 yesterday also? And I did not run.
That was yesterday. Or maybe it was yesterday that I was.
Okay, they did run 300 yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
It was a pity gift for the number 2 STFC content creator. I know. It's obviously what they did. All right, we're going to bring in the Minerva, which Cruzito says is not going to do any better. And I agree, by the way. It's not going to do any better. So let's run it. Here we go. Battle bitch mode on, please.
Oh my god, I love it.
Yeah. Do we have dubstep Mickey Mouse going on right now? I think we do. It's kind of awesome.
Zoidberg wants you to do this with the low voice changer.
Low voice changer? Okay.
All right. Let's get it on. Oh my God. Jeez. Mickey. God. What? Mickey! Shame on you.
What is going on?
That's kind of funny. I don't like my decision making here. All right, I had time to recover. It's good. Good recovery. Good recovery, DJ. Let's go. Unless... Okay, no, we're good. Good. Nice recovery. All right, wave 2 down.
Bring it back.
All right. All right, there's wave 3. Minerva's alive. Now, Minerva's going to die. The Minerva's going to die on this next round, on this first hostile. I'm going to put the, right here. This is the Orion Prowler. So let's see what happens here. I bet it did. It died. It dies at the exact same spot. Get there, get there, get there. Okay, so we're good. We're good. We're going to survive this round. It dies on the same ship, same time, so it doesn't matter. Why would I run the Minerva when I could run the Roddy if they're going to die at the exact same spot? Now, we can try to change crew. I'm totally fine trying to change crew. We'll do that. I'm totally fine with all the tests. We'll do all of it. I think I'm going to let that Prowler go, because I don't need to be perfect. Shouldn't have done that. Damn. I don't think I should have done that. Get there, get there. Is it going to get it? It did. Okay, good. Oh, all right. So we still got 2 spots. I got 6 hostiles to go. I got to kill 5 of them. Oh, that was wave 5. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Yeah, yeah. Why am I sending my weakest ship to die on a hostile and then killing a weaker hostile with a stronger ship?
Because he was testing the comparability about the
Yeah,
last
I was
ship
trying
that
to
he was
compare the
fighting.
same one, man. Jeez.
If that's
All right.
the one he died on before, he was trying to see if it was any use between switching
Yeah, if
ships.
it would go farther, if it would get another round, if it could kill 1 extra hostile. Now I do want to We're going to run it again. So we're going to run with a Velux. All right, let's run it again. And I am going to hit the same order in the same hostels this time again. But on the next one, we'll change and do Mbenga. Okay. Swifty says, I want to see the DPR on your Velux. Okay. DPR is 580 million. On the Enterprise,
That's a
it
really
is
personal question.
362 million. So the DPR on the Velux is better than the Enterprise. So hopefully, you know what? It's still not a fair science if I Cerritos boost it, but I bet it would do better. I'm turning this off.
All
Which
right.
one has your forbidden text and stuff?
Neither one of them. The Enterprise and the Dideridex have them. I just unlocked the Velux this weekend. So I haven't unlocked anything. I haven't swapped anything around on it yet. Oops. All right. Let's run this one.
Still trying to decide what's going to go on my Tribune.
Savage Darkness says, I didn't hear an answer to the question. What was the question again? Karkin, look for his question, and I'll try to answer it. What was your question, brah? What is a Selkie report for? A Selkie report? I don't know. Is that a currency for like a mission or something? It doesn't sound familiar to me right off the bat. So we'll have to investigate further in a moment.
Selkie report, like the Selkie shows up in the reports tab of your battle logs. That's, yeah, like retrieving said that's when you die from hazards.
Oh. Okay, there you go. Yeah, when you die from hazards. I like it.
It was a gift?
It was a gift? A Selkie report was a gift? I mean, from what? Was it in a mission? I do not recognize the Selkie report.
Aimed it in gifts when you build it? I don't remember that at all. I mean, I believe you, but...
It's probably something related to a story mission, if I had to guess.
Hey! Yeah,
That's what
maybe
Mimi
said
said,
that
yeah.
too.
All right, we're in wave 3. So that means here in just a moment, we're going to get that same Orion Prowler out here. And we're going to see how it does. Here's the Orion Prowler that we're going to go after. It died again. It's that same hostile, man. Get there, get there, get there, get there. Yeah, so it's not making... Now, again, we could look at crew. We can look at crew. We can also look at a Cerritos boost on it. But, I mean, this is what I'm telling you. Without any other factors, the ship is just as weak as a Rhodey. So why would I spend Sigma to repair it? You see what I'm saying? Like, there's absolutely no reason to run that ship if it's going to die at the exact same spot every time. I can only boost 2 ships. Now, it probably would make sense for me to boost the the Velox over the Enterprise or over the Derdex, but I mean, again, why? There we go. We're done. Forbidden Tech would be huge. Yeah, I get it. But if I boost the Velox over the Derdex, the burning would give me the extra shots. But see, then again, this is the point that I'm trying to make, guys. Why run the Velox at all? At all. If it costs Sigma and I can do the same thing with a G5 ship. This is the question that G6 players have been asking for ages. Okay? Why spend more on a more expensive ship when a G5 gets the job done? You see what I'm saying? If I can finish it with G5s, that is what we should be doing. Not only that, but this gives a better baseline point of comparison to some of you G5s or some of you early low-level G6s that the G5 epics are more than enough. They don't have to be maxed. And a Cerritos boost is actually proving to be decently useful. All right? Not the end-all be-all. A Titan would still be better. I get that. But this is working. You know? So now, you guys wanted to swap out Mbenga. So let's go back to the Roddy. And
well, you could actually check something first. If you check your mitigation that you had up with Spike in Paris and see if you even need whether or not his mitigation will help you or if his shield recharge will help you over Spike's shield mitigation. Because I'm feeling like Spike's offensive shield mitigation doesn't really matter, but his defensive one is probably very helpful.
Here's the thing.
Shields are surviving.
I don't know that that's probably wildly necessary. Yeah, look, here's mine up until that was on the Velox. Hang on. So let's go back three rounds when we were using. See, it's gonna die on that Prowler no matter what. It's gonna die on that Prowler no matter what. So here it is in the first 3 rounds against the Ferengi ship. I'm not losing shields. I'm losing very little hull. So if I'm gonna die on a Prowler, no matter what.
Well, with that Prowler, what was your mitigation? Was it at cap or was it less than that?
Well, I did lose shields. Okay, I see what you're saying. So what did I mitigate is what you're wanting to know, right?
Yeah, because if you're at cap already, then anything Mbenga is going to add to that with his huge amount isn't going to be as effective in the mitigation sense. But his shield regen could be helpful if Spike is draining too much of your shields by pushing all of your damage to mitigation. Potentially you could extend that and survive a little bit long. I don't know.
No, I'm mitigating
Keep your shields
max.
up longer.
Mitigating 71.2.
Okay, so the mitigation change is out. Spikes. So if you could somehow just get some more shields. That's a good question. When did you lose shields? If it was near the end, maybe it's not as important, but
So I lost my shield in round 2. Very early.
Very early.
Well, halfway through. I mean, it went 2 rounds. Well, yeah, I only had shield for 1 round. Once my shields went, then I took all this hull damage. Who knows how long the battle would have been if I had kept shields longer.
Being that you don't have a crit set up, how many times has the enemy crit you to make your crit damage reduction with hull breach useful? Can we switch off hull breach and go to something else?
Well, what do you want to run on an interceptor?
Well, I was thinking if you increased, added your shield, you're going 2 rounds, so you would basically get 1 shield regen coming in with the recharge. Or use morale, as Benny Hill states. You could get some more shields that way.
In other words, what we're saying here is that Spike is not really doing anything for me, right?
Well, if you're running out of shields and he's pushing it all that, yes. And they have such low shields. When did their shields drop?
Hey, what's going on,
When you actually
Pixlane?
killed
How
it
are
with
you?
your other ship, when did what's their shield to hull ratio?
I dropped its shield in round 1.
So yeah, his offensive shield mitigation doesn't seem that important.
All right, so I like the idea of adding morale. Let's sub out Spike and actually add a good old-fashioned Kelvin Kirk right here, because I'm already using Harry Kim. So that way we'll keep hull breach. Now we got some morale.
He is aware that he doesn't have crit chance, but potentially if he uses one of his buffs on this ship, then he can get the boost that took his crit based through his Cerritos or Fortify.
So you want to run a Cerritos boost on here instead of maybe, say, the Daredex. Here's the thing. Okay, I see what you're saying. All right, that's a good call. Let's try that. We're going to run a Cerritos boost on the Roddy instead of the Daredex. And we're going to count on burning and the extra shots from the Daredex to carry it. We'll see how that flies. If we can get the Roddy to survive longer.
Because the DD, that's the one that has your veil, right? So it has some crit setup.
Yeah.
So the one that you have the hull breach on this new one, but no crit. So if we give it could increase its damage output.
I'll do Cerritos only on 2 ships, Chala. No Titan. The Daredex was beast mode, Broken Wolf, but I was also running it with burning and a Cerritos boost. So if we've got Viel, so we've got crit chance build there, we've got burning, so we're going to get the extra shots. The Daredex is just a freakish outlier because of its shots. So let's put the Cerritos boost on the Roddy and let the Daredex try to float alone, and let's see what happens. All right.
Swift is suggesting that you put Hugh on the ship that you do not Cerritos boost.
Well, I've got Viel
because
on that
he's your
ship.
Strongest critter. Okay, she's pretty good too if she's built up, but not as good as Hugh. But yeah.
All right, we can make that adjustment. Actually, it's not too late for that one. Because I got Hugh here, so we can move Viel right here. And we'll put Hugh right here. Let's bring in the Enterprise. We'll boost the Enterprise. And we'll bring in the Roddy to go all natural. All right, let's see how that goes. All right. That should make the Daredevil a little more self-sufficient. I like that idea. I do. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Okay.
Monty's like freaking out right now.
All right, so far so good, but that was only wave 1. We never have problems in wave 1. I'll turn the scene off so you guys can see. There we go. How's that? All right, we're going to finish wave 2 here, which will be fine. Then where does that one hostile come in? It's at the end of wave 3 that it kills me, right? Or is that wave 4? No, it's wave 4, isn't it?
Yeah, wave 4, the first one right at the beginning, in the center.
Yep. No, not center. It's the 7 o'clock one.
Oh.
So far, the Daredevil is holding up nicely. Now, right here, the Daredevil is gonna. This is the challenge right here for the Roddy. Let's see if it survives that one. No, it died again. Son of a biscuit. Dude, that first Orion Prowler, man. That first one did not make it. Oh, my God, and I lost to the Daredevil. I'm not going to win this one. So even with the boost, we're not going to make it. Oh, boy. This will be interesting. I don't know if I'm going to have time. I think I'll have the strength. I don't know if I'm going to have the time to finish this one. Nope, there we go. Wait, didn't I just have 2 hits on that?
Yeah, it just took your 2 hits from one.
All right, I'm going to try something else here. I want to try one more thing. I'm going to shift around my triangle hit. I see what you guys are saying. But again, I was trying to change only one variable at a time. I know that that first one is interceptor on interceptor. I know that. But I was trying not to change too many variables. But I am going to try that again. I still think that the Daredevil and the Enterprise are the ones that deserve the boost. They're the strongest after all.
That's fair. From what we saw, yeah, you can't really. Yeah, it didn't hold.
It did not hold. Even with the boost, the Roddy still died, and the Daredex died without the boost, which just tells me kind of how borderline it is. Put Hugh on the Roddy. Okay. Okay. Where did I have? I had Hugh. All right. So we'll run Hugh on the Roddy. Viel on the Enterprise with the Cerritos boost. I'm going to Cerritos boost the Daredex that does not have a crit build. And we're going to let Hugh try to support the Roddy without a Cerritos boost. And this time we're going to pay closer attention to Triangle. Okay. Because Triangle definitely does matter. I'm not tearing up the Roddy right now, Worf. I do not want to approach this with 3 max G5 epics. My whole point in doing this experimentation is to prove that this is obtainable to low G6 who may not have completely maxed ships. And I'm already using Anorex, Patrick. My Enterprise has Picard Beverly Anorex already. Where is my Shred? I do not have Section 31 George O, so I just have Shred on favors is all I've got. I've got the Explorer one to tier 4. The Interceptor and Battleship ones are tier 2. Because I wanted my Enterprise to be kind of the beast mode. I wanted my Enterprise. I mean, my Enterprise is beast mode and everything else. I kind of figured it would hold up. And it has been. It's been holding up. So far, we're able to stick with all Triangle. And we have finished Wave 3, which is kind of the jello spot here. Wave 4 is where we get into trouble. So we finished the first 3 waves, easy peasy. All right, we're going to adjust this time and go with Triangle. We did kill that Prowler over here. Maybe that was the problem. Ah! It just died. Dude, I'm telling you, that Roddy is just not holding up. And this is what I'm saying. The Cerritos boost, it makes a difference. All right? It is helping. Now, also what's making a difference is an extra 3 tiers on the G5 Epic. This is tier... Hang on, I'll come back to it. This is tier 9, and the others are maxed at 12. That is clearly making a difference as well. I mean, absolutely it is. Has to be. All right, we're going to have to let one of them pass. All right, there we go. We're going to let one pass. Now we got one wave to go with our 2 best ships. Oh, that was wave 5. We did it. There we go. All right, cool. So, there you go. Swift says, yeah, Cerritos does make a pretty big difference. It's a lot of buffs all rolled into one. Listen, even if you don't have Titan, Cerritos would do it. Cerritos will do it. And that juice is a lot more plentiful than Titan juice. That's actually what somebody was asking me about this earlier today. They were like, is there any plans to expand, support juices now? Because you've got the Revenant ones and you've got the invading entities ones and all this stuff. We've talked about that. I don't know if they have immediate plans to enhance those juices, which is why I've been looking for ways to conserve some of those juices. Like, I don't want to just throw a max fort at this if I can achieve the same results with something a little cheaper. So even if I lose a ship, this again comes down to I can do a G5 ship with traditional trite, or I can do a G6 ship with Sigma trite, but either way it's dying. So let's do it cheaper. And by the way, I'm going to point out, Cruzito, earlier, that even though my Velox had double the amount of DPR as the Enterprise was still just stronger. Crew probably made a huge difference.
What forbidden tech do you have in the Enterprise?
The Tantalus field, which is a PvP. I mean, I'm getting 25%.
Yeah,
I'm getting
okay.
whole health. All right. But I've got the Tantalus field on that one. And I've got Q's Cannon, which is also PvP. So I'm getting no Forbidden Tech, Chaos Tech help on the Enterprise. It is just standing up. I've got Metreon and the stupid mirror on the Dederadex. Cascade goes up 10%. And then I've got 1,500% from the Metreon Cascade. Extra critical damage as well.
The Metreon's a solid one for what you're doing.
Now, Wham says Anorax is the reason. Well, I don't necessarily disagree, which is why I'm running him with Picard Bev. All right, so I'm getting 220% times Anorax. I'm getting over 6,000 barrier every single weapon shot. He should be on the weakest ship. Again, Wham, why? Like, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, but why? This setup works. Even if I lose one ship, I'm not worried about perfection. I am worried about completion. So if I put my best crew on my best ship with a Cerritos boost, it is surviving. It is surviving, period. And I'm not worried about putting Anorax on the weakest ship because he's gonna stand up. I'm still able to finish even if I've got 2 ships instead of 3. Yeah, Tarpy, go ahead.
So, a couple questions. One, can you post the final cruise that you got in graphics room? A couple people have been asking.
Yeah, I've seen it, and we were just finishing up talking about this. But yeah,
no, I know. I was just being thorough. 2, a really interesting favor that they could add next month, future month, would be decreasing the cooldown time for like Titan abilities or Cerritos abilities.
Yeah.
That would be like, instead of adding more juice or juice efficiency or whatever, they could decrease the time between uses of max fort. And the third thing I'd like to maybe kind of push for while we're looking at Forbidden Tech ships and we're looking at all of this, We need more fusion rods still.
I know. Yeah, I know.
I just want to keep saying that.
I'm working on that.
Cool. Yeah, the maybe fixing Forbidden Favors. Because it is sort of forked.
Wham says the event is based on perfection. Well, I think I might be misunderstanding you. Perfection is completion, not surviving with 3 ships.
He's talking about the damage aspect. The more ships you're going to kill, the more damage you're getting for the event. So you're going to get higher if you kill that ship that you missed.
Oh, for the solo leaderboard. Yeah, I got you. No, I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about just the waves. But yeah, no, I get you. For the solo leaderboard makes a total. Yeah, I get it. I wasn't even thinking about the solo leaderboard. I rarely play in solo leaderboards. And honestly, to be perfectly fair with you, Wham, it's probably not fair that I play in the solo leaderboard. Clearly, Scopely gave me some directives. So I should not be playing in the solo leaderboard. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing some testing with you guys. I finished my solo milestones. I should probably stop at this point because they clearly gave me some directives. I should probably stop. It would not be fair to my fellow castmates on server 15 if I continue to play with free directives. Now, Caledon says, DJ, how much does your ops affect this for low G6 players? Because your research is going to be higher. My research is going to be higher. I get it. I think Shred has a lot to do with this, so the favors are going to be huge. All right? But we're also observing a very clear separation of ability, even between tier 9 and tier 12 of the ship, right? Like, no matter what we did to that Roddy, it did not survive. So, go ahead, Tarpy.
What research have you done that would directly affect these waves that a G5 can't get to?
Oh, there's a ton. I mean, there's so much. I mean, it could just be mitigation. It could be damage output. It could be piercing against a ship type. I mean, there's a lot. There's so much research. And again, I'm sure a lot of it is nickel and dime, but I'm a huge research advocate. So I'm doing a lot of that.
I agree, but it's just there's not, so for the people who are G5, there's not that many G6 research nodes. It's actually depressingly small. But yeah, some of them have some pretty significant amounts of effect.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely wouldn't suggest that research doesn't have an impact here. It definitely does. Yeah. Definitely does.
But as Cruzito points out, a lot of the G6 research is G6 ship specific.
That's true.
For hazards or for...
That is true.
Like, so a lot of the G6 stuff doesn't directly impact waves.
Actually, that's
Some
totally
of the
accurate.
Stuff might if you're using a G6 ship, but
I'm not. So, yeah, you know what? That's actually a really good point. A lot of the G6 research is G6 specific. I'm still using G5 ships, so honestly, there's probably that gap is probably a little bit lowered there. And that was kind of why I said I didn't want to fly G6 ships in this thing. And I didn't want to tear up the Roddy because how many low spend or free to play players got 3 maxed epics? You know, I wanted to kind of play this thing this way. I mean, I already have 2 maxed epics, which already is arguably not cheap. Possible, but not cheap.
Master Viper, yes.
So
yeah, and there's like some hull favors I think that you can get at the far right of the tree for particular faction ships that are not G6 specific, but like it helps, but it's not. There's not as many different research nodes as I think people are scared there could be between G5 and G6.
All right, I see a cool idea in the chat from Sports Sock. I actually like this test, so we're going to run it. He says, I would love for you to test the best crew on the weakest ship to see if it can carry and to see if a lower level player could make some significant progress at tier 9. which I like. Wham was saying that the Anorax crew is the best crew. So that's what we'll do. We'll run the Tier 9 Roddy with the best crew. I'll run my best ship with the weakest crew, and we'll leave Daredevil alone.
And
All right.
take Seska off if you want to have a relatively free-to-play experience. Because free-to-play don't have Seska for a while yet.
Okay. So we'll take Seska out. We'll just throw in a little speed there. How's that? We cool with that?
Yeah.
Seska on the Anorak ship is overkill? No, it's not. They do different things.
Oh, why not? So Seska is locked behind the relativity, and you can't have the relativity yet if you're free to play. And
What if they finished the Tier 2 heroic solo milestone last month?
That wasn't Seska, though.
Yeah, it was.
Could you unlock Seska from
the
heroic SMS twice? For
how did I get Seska?
You got her for having the ship.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. The heroic
Yeah,
was
the
Anorax.
last month was Anorax.
Okay.
Like you could get some Seska shards from a Formata SMS.
All right, I'm good.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm slouching. I'm getting tired. It's almost midnight. All right, we're going to run a couple more here. So, we'll run, let's run it this way. Okay, now, we can only Cerritos boost 2. So, who's it going to be? We can only Cerritos boost 2. Sports Sock, this is your test. You get to decide. I'm going to let Sports Sock run this test because I love this idea. Wolfwood says not the Roddy. I mean, I kind of feel like he should want to boost the Roddy. He just said he wants to see if the Roddy can carry all the way through with Triangle. So if he's wanting to see if a Tier 9 Roddy can get through with Triangle, I feel like he would want that ship to be boosted. He's wanting to see if a Tier 9 Epic can carry a player through, right? If it's going to die in Wave 4, then boosting it does nothing. When did it die this time? Yeah, it still died against a Prowler in Wave 4. I mean, yeah, it's going to die against a... Well, we're changing the crew. We're changing the crew. We're going to give it Picard Bev Anorax, so it might do better. Caledon says, can a Tier 13 cube replace one of these? Well, I wouldn't know. Don't have a Tier 13 cube. My cube is only Tier... Oh, it is Tier 13. And no, for the record, my cube dies at the exact same time. Without the boost, it's going to die on a Prowler. Period. It's still going to die, Caledon. And that has been my experience. The cube is still going to die in round 4, no matter what. So the test here is going to be Tier 9 Roddy with a Cerritos boost to see if the best crew with a boost can carry a Tier 9 through Wave 5. I like that test. Right, Sports, Daredevil, and Rotaran. I'm thinking the exact same thing. All right. So that's how we're going to do it. And we'll let the Enterprise just fly solo. Yeah, I like that. I like that test. Morning, Murphy. How are you? Guys, I'm starting to get a sore throat. I think this will probably be about it. This is about the end of the line for me tonight. My throat's getting sore. Talking too much. "10-minute warning on dailies." Thank you, Strider. 10-minute warning on dailies if you guys haven't done that yet. All right, here we go. Cerritos boost. Zedaridex. We're going to pull it out, and we're going to bring in an unbuffed Enterprise. And here we go. Now, the only thing that we're going to do that might be slightly contraindicative to Sports Sox's test is that we are going to continue to run with Triangle. So we're going to continue to run with Triangle, which means you still have the effect of a maxed Epic in here, okay? But there's nothing really we can super do about that. Now, by the way, if you guys are close on this, I know I've been talking about doing it without a max fort. A max fort is going to perform better than what I am doing right here. So if a max fort makes a difference between you finishing the solo milestone and not, then I would highly recommend you doing one of those. You know what I'm saying? Finish your solo milestone because it's going to pay very, very well. But I'm looking at this from kind of a sustainability point. And trying to find a way to make this a little bit cheaper. Voltron says try Fist on Wave 5. Okay, I'm totally willing to do that. Sports Soccer, are you all right trying to incorporate Lorcas Fist into Wave 5? I think I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and see. That depends on whether or not the Roddy survives that long. You know what I'm saying? Like if the Anorax crew gets me there, if it gets me to Wave 5 past Wave 4, then I'm probably totally willing to run Lorcas Fist there, because that means that the Tier 9 Roddy is going to carry us through. You see? But we'll find out here in a second. We're in Wave 3, so we're getting ready to go to Wave 4 here in just a second. So now we're going to find out if this is actually going to make a difference. Roddy is surviving with good hull health here so far. The Enterprise is likely going to die here. And it did. So we're going to bring the Roddy over to kill this Interceptor. And hopefully it survives. And it did. So it is going to get us into Wave 5. So now I am going to Sports Sock. I'm going to Lorcas Fist on this last-ditch effort here in Wave 5 to get the completion. I'm also going to be a little bit picky here about what hostiles I kill. I think I'm going to let that Interceptor go through. I'm going to stick with the Triangle here. I'm going to stick with the Triangle and see if that Roddy survives. Roddy has lost about 30% hull health. It might die right here. It made it. We made it, guys. So, Sports Sock, very, very, very good test. Very good test. That the Tier 9 Roddy did make it with a boost and the best crew which was Anorex. Anorex is key. Fist got you through there at the very end. This is going to finish your solo milestone. So Anorex with a Picard Bev boost made a huge difference there. The Cerritos boost on a tier 9 Roddy. And then your Lorcas Fist there in round 5. And honestly, we probably had time to do it in round 4. We probably had time to do it in round 4. Now, by the way, hang on. I don't think this is time for a new round of picks because this is not the best crew for me. Okay? This test was specifically built to see if a tier 9 Roddy could carry the weight, which now we know that it can. All right? So, you know what? I will. I'll do another round of pictures. This above was 2 max G5 epics and a tier 9 Roddy. Next test was putting more stress on the Roddy. And we used a Lorca's Fist in round 5. We Cerritos boosted the Roddy and the Daderdex. So here was Roddy crew. Oops.
So apex barrier, when it gets too high, not too high, but like up into the large ranges, does it not have a large diminishing return? So with that thought in mind, how much of a boost is necessary based on the firing pattern of each ship that you're fighting is boosting Anorex actually?
None of us are high enough for the diminishing to return to be that bad. At the early levels, you need as much as you can get. Like, it's not until we get
diminish past the 10,000, doesn't it?
Well, it starts to diminish past 100. But the point is, where does it become a point of sacrifice? I personally think that until you get your apex barrier to 20, 30,000, you're probably not going to be sacrificing anything. The 25 to 30,000 is going to impact you less than 0 to 5,000. Yes, but it's still making a significant impact on damage. So it is a diminishing return, but you got to ask yourself, at what point is giving up an officer slot for a 1% damage reduction? I mean, we've done those kinds of cost-benefit analysis before, right? Like the example would be having mitigation. The example would be having mitigation at 70% and then adding Tom Paris to get to 71. Is it worth it? No. Use Tom Paris somewhere else. Right now, apex barrier for all of us is low enough that... apex barrier is low enough for all of us that a Picard Bev is absolutely going to make a huge difference right now. All right. I've put 2 unique sets of crews in the graphics room. There you go. How has Section 31 GG been against these so far? What? No, don't have her. We've done all this without her. We've done all of this completely without her. Cruzito says, wouldn't more morale on the Enterprise help? I mean, I had Kirk as captain. So, I mean, that's all the morale you need right there. I mean, I'm sure I didn't lose morale very often. Besides, these battles were only 1 and 2 rounds. When it died on the Prowler, it's 4 rounds. And I did not get morale. So, I mean, that could have been part of it. I got morale in round 2. So I didn't have it in round 1. I died in round 4. I got morale in 2. And I got it in 3, which means I had it in 4. Juby! You weirdo. So, yeah. I missed morale in one round, but it doesn't actually. Gosh, look at that. That one extra round of morale might have made a difference. Look at that. One extra
So
round of
close.
morale might have actually gotten it done. Maybe. Might have been right there. How's my star path research? Good. I mean, I think it's good. I'll show you. I've got hull breach and morale pretty much maxed out. I haven't done anything on burning. There you go. There you go. Is my Kirk maxed? Chala. Is my Kirk maxed? Obviously, it's not. I'm kidding. It is. Kidding. It is. All right. Voice is going out, guys. Any other questions? Anything else I can answer for you real quick?
Did you take the hydrate I paid for?
I'm out. I'm out of stuff to drink. I don't have anything else to drink. Cruzita says, we want Harry Kim below deck. You already got Harry Kim below deck on the Roddy. You had the best crew on the Rotaran. Okay? He does no good on the Roddy? Of course he does. Yes, he does. I'm getting extra critical damage from Fleet Commander Kirk.
And shield regen.
And shield regen. I do not need to tier my Harry Kim. He's tier 5.
And isolytic damage.
I don't actually know. I don't think you're getting isolytic because that is morale on an Explorer. So you won't get extra isolytic with morale on an Interceptor.
Well, you do you not have the extra isolytic just from the star bat research?
Oh, yeah.
And then there's also a prime. I don't know if you have that.
Hell no. Yeah, that's not ship specific. So, yeah, it's making a difference. Yeah, he is. All right, there you go. Why is the Nova Squad building locked at 56, requiring Op 61? I do not know.
Same reason they locked it at the earlier points.
Yeah.
But I just
say so.
All right, so when are you streaming next?
Thursday night for a pod if I have my voice back. I'm sure I will. I've just worked it really hard the last couple of days, so.
Drink some honey.
Yeah.
And maple syrup.
I'll go inside and make a tea. All right. Any other questions?
Yeah, are we getting Alliance tournaments this month? Question aged so poorly.
Lions tournaments go live in like 12 hours.
Right?
Murphy's curious what level your facade is.
Is that this one over here? Yeah, facade is level 57. I do have Coors Light, but it's midnight
that
and I
doesn't taste
work.
as good with honey and maple syrup.
Yeah.
That's not even one of
I
those,
will tell you, if I have an opportunity tomorrow, then I will try to put together all the points and the list and everything to do the $500 giveaway on Thursday. If I have time to do it. I might take a nap. I got the Hero Within jacket taken care of. So we're good on that.
You get the other thing shipped?
Working on it. Yeah, working on it. That one's a different kind of shipping. It's all glassy and stuff.
Yeah, just so that there's progress.
Yeah,
Tell the
yeah.
person.
Yeah, there's progress. Sigma Lance says, do I know the answer to your last post in chat? Well, that's going to require me to go back and find your last post in chat. What is the intermix formula of a Galaxy-class starship?
Rude. I think that requires some jumping in a pool.
Are you using Jordy's formula or Scotty's formula?
There you go. See, it matters. There you go.
Anytime somebody asks a trivia question now, I feel like they have to like pregame it with like falling into a pool.
Yeah. Sigma, thanks for the new follow. Appreciate it very much. Thank you. All right, guys. I feel like that's got to be it. I can barely speak. Let's see who's online. Anybody online? Raid. Oh, Lieutenant Bennett, I missed this. I'm looking. All right, I'll change my name real quick so I don't have to refund your mice. You're a jerk. Ultimate Neutrino Hoarder. It doesn't fit. How about Neutrino Hoarder? Neutrino Whore. That's fine, right? I'm a neutrino whore. Let's go with that.
That's nice.
Yeah, we'll stick with that one right there. All right, let's see who's online. Wow, nobody's rating or nobody's playing STFC tonight. Ultimate Neutrino Ho. The number 2 Neutrino Hoarder.
Neutrino? Neutrino?
It's funny.
Neutrino. Yeah.
Nobody wants to compete with the number 3 STFC streamer. You guys kill me. All right, where are we going? You guys pick one. Just pick one. I'm ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the closing. And I'm going to thank you guys all for coming in and hanging out. It was a lot of fun. Where are you guys raiding? Pick one. Yeah, it's a Twitch wasteland tonight. No DJs, no STFC. Where are we going, Schwag? Hey, see ya, Swifty. You guys want to go watch Ferrets? What was that one? It was called Ferret Software. Here it is. You want to watch Ferrets? I don't think Skittish and Bust are online. I follow them. Skittish and Bust aren't on. Wait, is
Someone
somebody
says raid NASA?
Is somebody streaming the NASA launch? Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Hell yeah. Let's do that. That's cool.
NASA.
Yeah, let's go check out NASA. That'd be great. All right. Absolutely. We'll go check that out. All right, guys. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Tarpy. Thanks, Karkin, for hanging out tonight.
Been fun.
It has been
You didn't
fun.
yell at me once to shut up.
I hope everybody learned something tonight. I mean, we did true laboratory style testing tonight. I hope you guys learned something. Thank you guys very much. Taking tomorrow off. We'll see you back here Thursday night. Good night, everybody. Appreciate y'all.